It's done. It's official. Mo Salah will be leaving at the end of the season. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I thought it would be a little bit later down the line, but it's done. It's happening. Big up everyone. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. A lot to unpack. Mo Salah, one of Liverpool's greatest ever players, has announced on his Twitter page that he will be leaving this season. Liverpool also confirming it. Multiple outlets out there confirming it. Fabrizio, Paul Joyce. It's official. It's official. And what this stream is going to be, we're going to really be appreciating the quality that is Mo Salah since he joined in 2017 from AS Roma for about £35 million. We'll definitely get into it. We'll obviously talk about the future of Liverpool and his legacy within the Premier League will be talked about. But first of all, I've got a special guest that's joining me now. I couldn't do this alone because, again, huge news. We've got to talk about it. So I brought my boy Fozzy in the building. What up, Fozzy? How you doing, bro? You're on mute, bro.
Yeah, I'll go over it. Yeah, all good, bro. All good. But other than, Mo Salah leaving, life is all right. Life is all right, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a weird one because I'm not upset that Salah is leaving to an extent. Well, obviously I am, but that's not the reason why I'm actually upset.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking that's going through my head is 8 down, 3 to go.
Yeah.
There's Robbo left. There's Verge left. Now there's Ali left.
Gomez as well.
Gomez, yeah.
Who was here before all of them, actually.
He was. The reason why I won't count Joe, because I always saw Matip as the starter within the team. I thought he's always the better centre-back during that period, so I always saw him there. Obviously, Joey was part of the team. But
actually, Joe Gomez, it was him and Van Dijk that won the first Premier League. I mean, he was the partner for Van Dijk majority of the season.
It was.
But you are right. And Matip is the partner.
Yeah. I think
no mistakes.
Quality, man. One of the most underrated centre-backs in Premier League history, in my opinion.
Free transfer.
Free transfer as well, man. Free transfer as well, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Valve. We're not gonna get on to what happened there, bro. Don't worry, we're not doing that. But big up everyone. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new. Housekeeping as always. There's gonna be the boring housekeeping at the start. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're about
how many are we off?
53.
Oh, come on, guys. Man.
Yeah, what 53 guys. Come on. Get subscribing, get liking, all that good stuff, all the boring good stuff. And maybe I'll stop bugging you about subscribing to the channel.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee that's never going to happen. It's going to keep happening until the day I die. But Fozzy, let's cut straight to the main point.
Mm-hmm.
Salah left. Salah is leaving the end of the summer.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
You don't know until it hits you, innit? Before I didn't mind players leaving. I'm that type of fan, innit? I've seen it all. I don't really want to be sentimental towards players or anything like that because I've had my time as a kid doing things like that. When you get older, you really get rid of the sentimentality. You move on, if you know what I mean. But it really hit me. Like, my mate called me on the phone about him leaving. And then I said, what? Nah. I put the phone down, obviously, and then I stopped. And I just looked at his social media, and it was true. And I saw the video of him saying he's leaving. It really, really started making me, think about the good old days with him in the team, with, the likes of Mane, Firmino, etc., and Alisson and Van Dijk and all that. Matip, like you said. Now, how much of a good time we had with these players. How much of a fear that we put in our opposition teams, you know what I mean? And this guy was the forefront of it, scoring the important goals, always being top scorer, the most consistent Liverpool player in my life, you know what I mean, since I grew up in football. And that's all going at the end of the season. Because I was expecting, when the yellow and black thing said Liverpool, I was expecting Arne Slot, but it was this guy instead. Yeah, man, it really hit home. It really hit home. I'm going to miss him, Ram. I'm going to really, really miss him, man, because he broke a lot of barriers as well. a lot of barriers. There's no, I mean, there's a song called "I Want to Be a Muslim" too, in it, because of Salah. So that's another thing on top of that he broke as well. So yeah, one of the greatest, man. One of the greatest in my opinion, man.
100%. 100%. The I can't put into words. I was more like, it's happening, because to say that I was shocked about it, maybe it was a bit of a hyperbole. I wasn't shocked to an extent because, look, I knew the murmurings at the start of 2026, the fact that he spoke out and everything like that. There's something was written in the writing was on the wall, basically. You just kind of knew something was going to happen, and it turns out that he was going to leave. So the answer's already there. But what I can't get my head around, the fact that when Mane left, I was like, okay, this is probably when Genie left, we're like, okay, this is the start. This is the start. It's okay. Then Mane left, then Bobby left. Then we're like, this is gonna get hard. And then at that time, we were just left with Salah, Robbo, Verge, and Ali, and obviously Joe Gomez, who was still there, part of the old guard. And now that Salah's gone, who's arguably one of our most pivotal players in that team. Now that he's confirmed, I'm like, yeah, that team was so close for the transition of them leaving. I can't. Like, it's already getting quite emotional now. Imagine when both Ali and Virgil leaving and the last couple players of that team leave. Then it's like,
shed a tear, bro.
Yeah, I feel like now it's upsetting. I think next season, when it's probably gonna happen, I think the fan base will be devastated.
They're gonna miss the days, mate. They're gonna miss those days when we go into games, we won before we even kicked the ball. You know what I mean? Life is gonna be tough. I'm telling you guys, man. Life is gonna be tough. Look at that, 35 games, 255 goals. You know what I mean? That's how many goals this guy's got.
Exactly.
435 games, 255 goals, and he's a right winger. He's not even a striker. That's a striker's rate. You know what I mean? It's crazy. All-time top, third top scorer for Liverpool as well, behind Roger Hunt and Ian Rush. It's crazy, man. Yeah, bro. We got to come to terms. You know what I mean? In life, things change, innit? But I was hoping, it's like what you said in the beginning. It was going to be like every time we've got the replacement ready for the next one, like that. But we didn't put ourselves in a good position in that way, because what's Salah's replacement? We keep saying Olise, like, we've got this pool, we could get anyone we want. Like, we ain't got that anymore. Jurgen is not at the helm, guys. We've got Arne Slot at the helm. I mean, so it's not going to be as easy as you think it is. If we have to be in Champions League football next season in order for us to get something close to Salah. A winger that can at least get 15 goals a season and, you know, have some creativity on top of that to supply the strikers. That's what we need next season. But yeah, it's going to be tough, bro. It was excitement. It was the best time. I've had great times with Kenny's team in the 80s, but this team, like, is close to it, man. It's very, very close. Let me just put it that way, Ram.
Yeah. I want to just quickly show something to everyone about how good this guy is. I think we need to acknowledge this. I don't know if people can see it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Look at those. Look at the names. He's third highest goal scorer in our history of a football club. And look at the names that he's next to. Ian Rush and Roger Hunt.
Do you guys know Roger Hunt, what record he's got?
He was the original top goal scorer, wasn't he?
He was, before. But what record has Roger Hunt got?
That I don't
Ian
know.
Rush hasn't got.
I don't know. I don't know.
So Ian Rush is the all-time top scorer for Liverpool. Roger Hunt is the all-time leading goal scorer in the league.
Oh.
There you go. That's some history I just give you guys.
Man.
So
imagine that.
There you go. In all competitions is Ian Rush, but in the league is actually Roger Hunt.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think we'll ever see someone break Ian Rush's record.
346 goals. Is it so?
Yeah, 346. I don't think anyone's going to break that. Unless we produce a generational striker. I think if we had another Robbie Fowler and he played until he was about 34, 35, maybe.
Prime Robbie Fowler, not like later stage Robbie Fowler.
Oh, yeah, Prime.
Before that injury, before that serious knee injury. Yeah.
And he's able to keep it consistent from what's it called? From 21 to 29, 30. That's the thing. I don't think we're ever going to see someone break that record. But
you have to be a freak like Messi and Ronaldo to do things like, or R9, someone like that, in order for you to break that record.
If you're Valve, he thinks Will Wright is going to win it. He's a good player, though. He's a good player. I've seen him. He's a good player. He's a good player. But the fact he's in the same breath as Roger Hunt is
testament.
Yeah, is a testament to how good he is. He is like, this is a guy that's only played 8 seasons at the club. I think Roger Hunt's probably got about 10 seasons in him.
Yeah.
And Ian Rush was probably he's joining
2 spells. He had 2 spells in it. Yeah.
1981 to about 95, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had 2 spells. He went to Juve for 1 season, came back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
This is a guy that's probably, these 2 players above him has probably got a couple more seasons ahead of him. And
you're forgetting with Ian Rush, he played in every competition, not just like, Salah misses certain competitions like the League Cup or, FA Cup or things like that.
Yeah.
And those days, they used to take things like that seriously back in the day with Liverpool. So in every competition, Champions League, League Cup, FA Cup, and the league, of course, it was serious. There was no reserve teams. They only had 1 sub. Don't forget, guys. So they were playing throughout the games. And that's how Ian Rush became the all-time top scorer in all competitions. Yeah. But in the league, it's Roger Hunt. That's why Roger Hunt is always there whenever you see him.
Sir Roger Hunt, isn't it?
Yeah, sir. Well, he's not sir. He's not sir really, but Liverpool fans call him that.
Yeah. I still can't believe he's up there. I still can't believe he's there. We're not taking into account the assists that he's got.
Yeah.
Because he's probably got about 100 odd assists on top of that.
Do you consider him as the greatest Premier League Liverpool player? Because I've seen them both, of course, him and Gerrard, but I'm not asking you. I don't know if you've seen Gerrard throughout his career or anything like that.
Problem is, Fuzzy. If you tell me to say that Salah is the greatest, I'm removing my childhood right there. And I'm a nostalgia merchant, bro. I'm a nostalgia merchant.
So am I. You know that, Ram. That's what people know me for. I always talk about the good old days.
Like, literally, and to be fair, I couldn't even talk about the good old days. I'm talking about the days when we almost won a football club. That's how bad it was.
Rubbish, man.
But bro, Stevie's also one of the reasons why I'm a Liverpool fan as well. Not the main reason, putting out there, but he's one of the reasons. Growing up, it was always about Stevie. It's always about Stevie. And for me, I can't put anyone above Stevie, even if he can, unless the player goes on to be one of the greatest footballers of all time.
Yeah.
Or goes on. To be fair, the closest probably would be Luis Suarez. If Luis Suarez stayed for a little bit longer and was successful, maybe if Jurgen Klopp had Luis Suarez as well, then there would be a very big conversation, because what that guy could do with the football at his feet was like, there's no competition. Even I think Stevie would say he was 100 times better the footballer than he was. Like, he was crazily good, but
unpredictable.
No. I think Salah deserves to be in the conversation with him, but to say that he's with Stevie or he is better than Stevie. If you would say that he was better than Stevie, nah. But to say that he's with the Stevie, 100%.
Yeah, you got to put him up there. I've never seen a consistent player like this in my life at one side of the pitch, especially. Imagine if you could play all around the pitch, Ram. Like, how many goals would he get, really? Think about it. Like 255 there. If you could play out front and you could play in the left, you could play behind the strike. Imagine you could do all that. That's only one side of the pitch, bro. One side, 255, one side of the pitch.
Me and Matt were speaking about Doku the other day. And I was like, he was like, imagine if Doku had Mane's finishing. He would be sick. And I was like to Matt, imagine if Doku had Salah's finishing. He would be the greatest player of all time. Like,
Yeah.
it's scary how good this guy is. I mean, the aesthetics wise, look, people will say aesthetically not a very good footballer.
Technically, yeah,
Technical
yeah,
player is not really that.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just you got to give respect where it's due. And for me, he deserves
Just let me know if any other player did that in the Premier League history. What he did on the right side. Even Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, like even though he won the Ballon d'Or at Man United, did he do what Salah's doing? Scored that many goals each season, every season that he played.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. Problem is with the Ronaldo one, people say, "Oh, he's played as a right winger," but he was that front line was so fluid. It was so fluid. You just don't know
What
who
Tevez,
Tevez,
Berbatov,
Rooney, and Ronaldo. Tevez,
Rooney,
Rooney, Ronaldo is the main
yeah,
three. And if Berbatov came on, I think
yeah,
when Berbatov came on, it felt as though it wasn't as fluid because he would
no,
always be in that striker position. But with those three, you just didn't know where each one would play.
yeah.
Because sometimes Rooney would play on the left, Tevez up front, Ronaldo on the right. Sometimes Tevez will go into the right, Ronaldo up front. Sometimes Rooney goes up top, Tevez on the right, Ronaldo on the left. You just don't know. You
See
just
how
don't know.
simple that game is, Ram? Like that means even if your team is low blocking, you don't know what to do. If we had
Yeah.
the fluidity like that, imagine what we could have done down the years. Those title missing seasons.
Exactly.
I mean, there you go, bro.
I also want to bring this up as well. And again, we talk about the company that he keeps. The most direct goal involvements at a single stadium in a Premier League history, basically, how many goals he scored at home or GA at home. He's ahead of Thierry Henry and Wayne Rooney.
And they're both strikers.
Exactly.
They're all over the pitch, everywhere on the pitch. Salah just stays on one side.
Mm-hmm. It's a crazy bit. And look, they were very demanding players themselves, but playing under Jurgen Klopp, I'm sorry, it's just a different level of demand. Like you're going to be asked to be pressed. You could not be allowed to walk around the pitch if you're under Jurgen Klopp. You're going to have to press. So when he was younger, 100%, you had to press. You had to press all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously now is a little bit different. It's just he can't do it anymore. Also want to put up this stat as well. Since he joined Liverpool, again, look at the company that he keeps. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, you can't even see it. I don't know why you can't see it.
It just disappeared.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Look at that.
Wow.
All of these players, barring Heung-min Son and Bukayo Saka, all of them are midfielders. And he's far and away more than Son and even further away from Saka. Almost double the
some of those players that should be they don't score a lot of goals. That should be their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Assistant, that should be their actual game.
Exactly. Obviously, you give a bye to Trent and Robbo because they're fullbacks, right? So I think their main thing was to go forward, but also to defend as well. Maybe Robbo, maybe more so Robbo than Trent. But again, like Kevin De Bruyne, obviously he's played more games than Kevin, but it's just him. It's just them two, and then the rest of them.
Crazy.
It's just it's because obviously you give credit to Bruno Fernandes because Bruno's play. I think he joined like a couple of seasons after.
When you look at that stat with him and Kevin De Bruyne, okay, he played a lot of games, but Kevin De Bruyne doesn't score over 20 goals a season. You know what I mean? In every season that apart from this one, of course. You look back at Salah every season over 20 goals. So not only is he assisting, he's scoring the goals. So that's double the problems, if you know what I mean. De Bruyne, assisting is normal to him because that's his game. You know what I mean? But Salah has to put that and goal scoring on top of that. You know what I mean? And working hard, like Ram said, like back in the day when he used to run up and down. Well, that's the you know what I mean. That's the minimum Jurgen Klopp asks for. You run up and down. You know what I mean? So yeah. Listen, what that guy has done, it's amazing, man. Amazing as a winger. If he played for someone other than Liverpool, he will get all the compliments from every other club.
100%. Also, obviously we talk about assists. This is the goals. 189 goals in 310 games. And then the next person next to him is Harry Kane with 135 in 204 games. We talked about assists and we're talking about goals. It's just one
These
of
are
those.
the current players that's active, right? The active players, right? That's what it looks like.
No, it's
Yeah,
just
Vardy's
since
still playing.
2017-18. Since
Oh, okay,
2017-18.
Okay.
So since Salah joined, these are the top goal scorers. So Jamie Vardy is there. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, 107 goals in 186 games is crazy.
Yeah.
But I also want to do this as well because I think it just shows the levels. 310 games, 281 GA.
A lot of mercy, man.
I guess look who's next. Son with 173. There's almost 100 GA less.
Yeah.
From first to second.
It's crazy though as well. Like his injury record, Ram. Like it's non-existent. It's
available.
It's always available. And that's what we're gonna miss. Because you don't know if the next one's gonna be fully fit like Salah every single time.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. That's phenomenal, man.
And look, at the end of the day, this season, I think people are going to talk about this season, right? Big up Rasta Crab. I see you in the comments, man. Big up.
Rasta Crab.
Obviously, hit the likes, people. We've got 81 people. Big up Hassan for the raid as well.
Always.
At least get it up to 50 likes. Come on. For Mo Salah, for the stream, Salah appreciation stream.
Oh, Ram.
Hit the likes, people. Exactly, man. Come on, let's get the likes up as much as possible. Subscribe if you're new. 53 people left to subscribe. Come on. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this stream. I believe, man. I believe.
No, I'm not gonna sing that song, that idiot. No. He's in prison. But yeah, looking at this goal contributions, bro, it's crazy. 281. The second place is 173. That's crazy, bro.
With the 39,
I know that it's more games, but it's not that much more, is it? Really, if you look at it,
bro, it's only a extra season on top.
Wow. Imagine he came to Liverpool earlier, bro, and he's doing with the same thing that he's doing with his numbers. Don't forget, like he was in the Premier League once, guys. He left and came back.
Mm-hmm. Like he had unfinished business back in to go back to the Premier League and do his thing, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. Let's get to some of these comments. Let's get to some of these comments.
For it, bro.
Big up MCFC Pappy. I'm not gonna do the accent as well because it was Liverpool, respectfully, you're done. No more superstars left.
This is a Man City fan, yeah?
City. Yeah. City have Haaland, Arsenal have Saka, Saliba, and United have Bruno. You're done. Well, we still have Ali. We still have one of the best goalkeepers in the world. We still have Virgil. Even though it's a bad season, I believe he can bounce back. And I do believe that Florian Wirtz and Isak will show the levels that we bought, why we bought £250 million worth of those players. So we've got players. Unfortunately, they haven't played well this season, but that don't mean they're horrible players. They will come back and they'll be good. I'll say that as a fact.
You don't think about people when they just sign for the football club, do you? You give them time to develop, innit?
Exactly. Why is Liverpool letting him go for free? What is the difference between Trent and him? Okay, we'll get back to that because I think that's probably the next step. Big up.
That's Mohamed. A good question, actually.
Big up Nathaniel knows ball. Appreciate the comment. Mahrez is so clear of this forward. I get it. You're hurt. You're hurt. He's clear of your right winger. I
didn't see Mahrez in this list. I mean, let me know when you see him.
Yeah, man. Exactly, man. Where is this guy? Where is the guy? What's he doing right now? Where is he playing right now? Where is the guy?
Saudi Arabia. He's in
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
He's Saudi Arabia. Oh wow. Oh, you're not playing in Europe at all. No Liga. No
you know what? You know what? I missed it. I went down there last year. I didn't even look at one game. I'm in shock. I forgot there's actually European players over there in Saudi. I was there last year. I went there for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, something like that. I forgot there was football being played there, and I was in Riyadh as well.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm from there. I forgot to tell you, right? I'm actually, I came here as a baby, but I was born in Jeddah. They call it Jeddah, but it's called Jeddah, really.
Jeddah.
Yeah, so I was born in Jeddah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm Arab. I'm more Arab than Hussam and all them because I was there before them. So.
Yeah, I hear it, man. I hear it. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day, man.
Yeah. No, not many people know actually. I don't really talk about it because I was at a young age there. I came here as a baby, so I did speak the language as well, but
so heritage, right? Heritage.
Obviously, I'm Somali. I'm 100% Somali. My mom and dad are Somali, but I was born in Saudi. That's the thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Wow. So there's 3 things people don't know about me.
Incredible, man. Incredible. Mohamed saying wingers are supposed to assist, right? 100%, man.
Yeah, man.
100%, man. They're meant to assist. They're meant to score. They're meant to do everything.
Well, Salah does the whole thing. You know what I mean? You forget, like Ram said, he was defending as well when he was younger. So there you go. Yeah. He brought you everything that you wanted as a winger and more.
Yeah. Sam here saying, why do you man rate racist Luis Suarez? Because even though he is a scumbag of a person, he's still a very good
sorry,
footballer.
but like if you're talking about racism, go and talk to John Barnes, see what he used to face from every crowd around the country, mate.
Yeah.
You know, like people don't look into things like that. They talk about how good John Barnes was. Imagine John Barnes didn't face racism and bananas thrown at him on the pitch. How good he could have been if he just concentrated on football. Probably the greatest player ever. You know what I mean? So look at the distractions he had as a footballer. So there's no excuses for racism. I agree with you 100%. But don't hide away from what happened from every fan base back in the day. You know what I mean? So, sorry to bring it down, but I'm just trying to give you a heads up. It's not just about Suarez. There's a lot of racism that happens in English football. Even today.
I think also as well, the one thing that I feel that a lot of football fans need to do, and that doesn't mean excuse some of the things, horrible things that people do, because you still have to condone them. But separate the footballer from the person. Like everyone knows I call Suarez the Cannibal Suarez, right? Because I just don't. If I met him in the street and if I was like a footballer next to him, I wouldn't like. If I was like a footballer and I was playing with him, I wouldn't go out my way to hang around with him because of just the vibe that he gives me. And I was the person that he is. I wouldn't like befriend him or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that don't mean I would say he's a horrible footballer.
It's the same as what people don't know as well. I'll share it with you guys because I'm around it anyway. Sorry, Bram, just to let you know. There was a moment with Ian Wright back in the day. I was watching Arsenal versus Manchester United at Highbury. People don't know. You could talk about Suarez, Man United fan, but you forget about Schumacher's what he said to Ian Wright.
Yeah.
He called Ian Wright, black, see you next Tuesday. And people don't know about that. And that's your player as well. I mean, so racism is just everywhere. It ain't just one particular person. Yeah. That's why Schumacher's doesn't do English reporting and all that stuff. But Ian Wright didn't report him because Ian Wright was told if you say something about that, you won't get a job after football in regards to the press, like doing reporting, punditry and all that stuff. So he had to hold himself not saying anything about that. So there you go, people. If you don't know, I'll give you some, some information that you guys don't know about. So Sam, I think his name is, check out your own club before you talk about obviously Suarez, because we know how much of a scumbag Suarez is. Not all of us supported it. You know what I mean? Let me just put it that way. But look closer to home too.
It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. And I think, like I said before, keep the person out of it. But if it's a footballer, football and the person should be separated between one another. And I think you can still rate the player, and still hate the person. Like, that's going for me as well, in my opinion. Big up Uncle Roz, man, for the super chat. I appreciate you being here, my brother.
Always, man. Always,
big up. I appreciate that, bro. Make sure you subscribe to Uncle Rods as well, man. Doing some great content there as well, man. Make sure you do that. Big up Uncle Rods as always. Big up M. Tarmizi as well. Bless up Fozzie, my brother. Eid Mubarak. You'll never walk alone.
Tarmizi.
Big up
Eid
Tarmizi.
Mubarak,
I'll just make sure that that's directed at Fozzie and not for me. Appreciate you being here, bro.
Yeah, I know Tarmizi.
Big up S444. I know he's a personal friend of mine. Saka's very hit and miss. I think he was talking about Salah and Saka, the comparisons between them.
Saka could have improved as a player, but they played him too much. That's the problem with Saka, guys. Like if they took care of him as he is a youth, obviously young, and developed him in a right way, not overplaying him, I think he would have been a better player. But now you look at him, he's limping. Something is not right with him. He looks like he can't go to a certain direction. Like he's struggling to do it now compared to what he was in the beginning. Huh?
He lost a little bit of pace as well. It's just, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it could be a possibility. There might be a little bit of Michael Owen in him where his legs are starting to go now. Unfortunately.
It's
which I'm
sad.
what
It's really, really
it's
sad.
sad. It's sad because obviously he's a West London boy. I want my West London people to do well as well, man. I have a lot of time for Saka. I think he's a solid person,
Yeah.
great guy to be around. But if you get overplayed, it's just going to be one of those things. And he also continues to say Salah deserves his flowers regardless of anything. I don't even support Liverpool, but I'm a big fan of Salah. 100%, man. He deserves his.
Oh, people got their wish in it finally. They wanted to go and he's gone now, isn't it?
Exactly, man. Exactly. Big up Ryan Fuzzy, big up Hamrish, bro. Hope you're doing well. Legends, I think most deserve so much respect. Rivals have not shown enough respect towards him. He also has broken a lot of records in the Premier League. Facts, man. Facts. You talk about GNA. Again, you have to remind me. Name me a player in the history of football that didn't have good GNA. Because remember, people say Zidane as an attacking midfielder.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But Zidane was more than an attacking midfielder. Like people would tell me he was more of a midfielder, like an all-round defense, also did the defending, everything. Whilst when I was old,
Zidane was an artist on the pitch. You know, like when you watch football as an art, Zidane is the one you go and watch. You know what I mean,
plus a bastard as well. Apparently, according to Roy Keane, he hated him. He hated playing against him.
He'll give you that nasty tackle as well if he needs it as well. You know what I mean? He's a proper Arab, innit? Those Arab people that's, you know, don't take shit. You know what I mean? Guys, he's French, but he's Algerian by, you know, ethnicities, if you don't know. Yeah, so he's got that nasty side to him as well. But yeah, Zidane was an art. No, Zidane hasn't got the best stats in the world, but when you need him in the big games, he always showed up, brothers.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. Big up Amrish. Big up Rasta Crab. Listen, we all know it's time. We build him a stand and we move. Much love to the greatest African player in the Prem.
You know, Rasta Crab doesn't feel sorry for anybody, you know. I love Rasta Crab. Yeah. Just straight to the point. Yeah, get him out, man.
I don't know about building him a stand because I think alone more players need to. I think that's the kind of stuff should be reserved for. I think that should only be reserved for Kenny.
The consistent players.
Yeah.
Like Kenny, you know, Sunes, you know, the ones who won things like major consistently.
Yeah.
I mean, they earned the right.
I still can't believe there's no statue for someone like Ian Rush or Alan Hansen.
That's a shock. That's a shock. But they got stuff outside the stadium, as you know, the benches and all that stuff. And
I think
murals.
One thing he deserves is a mural.
To be honest, I don't see a lot of statues anyway. The only statue I've seen with a player on it is Bob Paisley and Emily Hughes.
I thought it was Bob Paisley as a coach.
No, he was the physio. So he was carrying Emily Hughes off the pitch when Emily Hughes was injured. So, you know, the magic sponge couldn't work that time. So he carried him off the pitch. You know what I mean?
I remember there's no deep heat as well.
No. No spray at that time. Just as magic sponge. You just squash it. The water comes out of it. And then if it doesn't work, you carry them off. Yeah, Bob Paisley was everything. He done the physio. He did the assistant coach, reserve team, I think he done. And he became a manager. Yeah, he done everything.
Incredible, man. He was a great player, great manager, and a great person as well.
Yeah,
I know Bill Shankly's got the Shankly Gates, hasn't he? That's the
Paisley Gates. Bill Shankly. Bill Shankly's got his own statue next to the. It used to be next to the superstore, but it's no longer there. It's crossed, but it's still in the same position.
How can I forget that? Because I remember I got a picture of it as a kid when I was young.
Yeah, Paisley Gates.
Paisley Gates was one, but also literally it's if people like Ian Rush are greatest ever goal scorer, Kenny's got a stand named after him, so that's fair.
Kenny done so much, not only as the greatest Liverpool players, many call him. He did something for the Hillsborough people. He suffered so much as a Liverpool player, Heysel, Hillsborough, etc. So it's what he did, you know, as a footballer and off the pitch as well. That's why he deserves something. While he's here, they want to give him something that we appreciate him more. That's the whole point of Kenny getting stuff early. Because if you look at statues and all that stuff and names after you, it's when you pass away majority of the time. You know what I mean? But he's still with us. They want to give that appreciation to him. He doesn't even sit in that stand from what I've heard. He sits in the main stand and watches his name every single time anyway. Yeah, so that's why they give Kenny an early thing, if you know what I mean, guys.
Yeah, 100%, man. But like I said, I think Stevie should deserve a statue because of
Oh
what
yeah,
he's
no
done
doubt.
for the club. To be fair, I think for what Kenny's done for the football club, I don't think it stands enough. I think
It's not enough.
both.
It's not enough.
Should be both a statue and a stand.
Yep.
I think should be. You should just call it the Kenny Dalglish end because that whole end should be about Kenny.
But it's quite good, isn't it? Liverpool putting their legends, in statues and stands. That's long time ago. Not like Arsenal. Yesterday's legends are the statues outside the pitch. You know what I mean? that's the difference. You know what I mean? You see Thierry Henry. Like I'm thinking to myself, haven't you got Charlie George? Haven't you got Liam Brady and all these guys before that? Where's their statues? You know what I mean? But yeah. At least we've got legends. We had history in the past that was important. That's why these people are regarded as the greatest of all time. There's only one team that dominated Europe and domestically, and that's Liverpool still to this day.
Exactly. To be fair, it should be a statue of Dalglish, Souness, and Hansen, the three Scottish players.
Scotsmen,
yeah. Should be that. It should be that. But if they don't,
but then again, if you're saying Scotsmen, the history of Liverpool is Scottish. If you look at the start of Liverpool, the players that started Liverpool, it's not Irish, it's not English, it's Scottish. So even our captain, Andrew Hanna, they're all Scottish. Liverpool's history started from Scottish players, actually. Yeah. So if you want to put Scottish players there, they're all there, man. Just bring whole Scottish statues.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, man. Exactly. I think we've always won a Premier League. It has to be a
Scottish person in it, yeah.
I don't know who's going to be the next one, but I hope it's going to be soon. I hope we get a Scottish player soon.
Calvin Ramsey. I know.
No lie. If that thing is true, I wouldn't mind taking Scott McTominay back. You take Scott McTominay just to make sure the thing happens again. Make sure it happens again. Or another one. We should be able to find someone. We should be able.
There's always one somewhere, bro. Don't worry about that. We'll 100%.
Find. Rastakrab says it here. Suarez is a great footballer, but awful human being. 100%, man. 100%. Big up, Manuel. Ram, you all right now? Morris clear as Salah. You must be joking. He's playing in Saudi. Not even Henry comes near him. Okay, that I don't agree with. But mate, Salah is not just the best winger ever, but I think there should be more. Hang on. The best player in the Premier League ever.
To Liverpool fans probably, but not to the rest of the Premier League. As I said to Ram earlier, if he didn't play for Liverpool, I swear to you, he will get more compliments than he's getting now. That's what I think.
100%. And just to let you know, Manuel, I don't believe it. I was just reading out when Nathaniel's a City fan. He's a good friend of the show as well. And he knows he's bantering as well, but it's dead banter.
Mahrez is a good player anyway. Yeah, I mean, Mahrez has his own kind of statues probably at Leicester and Man City. You know what I mean? So
100%.
You can't deny his talent, but Salah and him are in different levels, man.
What was Gerrard's GA like? Very good.
It was good because scores a lot of goals, creates a lot of goals, and defensively sound. Did everything. If you want a perfect midfielder, Gerrard is your man.
I'm actually going to have a look. 2000, so first proper season he had, 2000.
I could have sworn at one stage, Ram, he was the top scorer in the Champions League.
He was.
There you go.
So 2000, 2001 as a box-to-box midfielder, like a pure box-to-box midfielder doing the running for Gary McAllister. He got 10 goals and 7 assists that season.
Look at that.
And remember, assists back then were registered very differently to what it was now. So if you would have passed it 5 yards and then someone takes a long shot from range, that wouldn't have counted an assist. It had to be a chance created to register as an assist. The season after that, a lot better in terms of assists, 4 goals and 12 assists, again as a box-to-box midfielder. This is when he had a groin injury and couldn't play for England in the World Cup.
It wasn't a groin, he was growing. It was like a growing kind of thing. He had issue with growing, like his body was still growing or something like that. It was affecting his growing. Yeah, he had a growth issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people don't know that. Yeah, he had a growth issue.
And then he came back in 02-03. Wasn't his best season, but still got 16 GA. And then 03-04 was 03-04. He got 25 GA in 47 games, which is very good for a central midfielder. And then 05, 04, 05, 19 under Rafa Benitez's first season. 05, 06, this is when he was playing as a right midfielder more of the time. 38 GA in 53 games.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just...
That's a complete player. Like I said to you, perfect midfielder. Look for Gerrard.
Exactly. In 08, 09, I think that was his best season playing as a cam.
Excuse me.
37 GA in 44 games. And he was also injured during that period as well.
Wow.
That's when he had the groin problems.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, literally. Top player, man. Top player. Like, GA is always for something. I think the only one that I could think off the top of my head was Zidane, but then there was more to Zidane than anything. I think Street says it here. Kind of like Wirtz too, more of an artist than an output player. Yeah, maybe. Although that doesn't excuse Wirtz from getting GA though. Is what it is. Robbo is Scottish. Yes, Robbo is.
We know.
A beauty saying, no, please take Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus to Liverpool Football Club. 40 million pounds? Nah.
No, thank you very much.
Nah, you can keep them.
You know what's kind of funny, guys? Yeah, you buy reject players and you expect them to perform in a higher level. I don't. It doesn't really process in my head, Bram, when people do that. They were already rejects where they were, and you buy them. What do you expect when they come to your football club? Are they going to be Maradona? You're buying the same player.
It's more hope. It's more hope, so you can give it back to the rival, being like, "Oh, you ruined him, but we made him better." That kind of narrative that you want to stick by. I think it's one of those kind of ones. Like you're like, oh, "Okay, cool, we got a great player, but we didn't work out at a previous club, so it's their loss, our gain."
Yeah,
and we could boast to them being like, "Imagine if you just believed in the player. Imagine if you actually nurtured him properly." One of those ones.
True. That is true. I remember Kai Havertz back in the day, like when he was playing for Leverkusen. I think it was on the right side or just behind the striker. And we was linked with him. I think Hoopier was the manager at that time. We was linked with him. And I liked what I saw at that time. I think it's like what you say, Ram. Like if you're at the right club that suits your ability, you will shine. But if you're at the wrong club, you're not going to shine at all. And
100%.
Let me give you an example. Salah at Chelsea, Salah at Liverpool. What's the difference there? Didn't suit Chelsea, suits Liverpool. Simple as that.
I think also with Kai Havertz, I think what didn't help Havertz was that when he left Leverkusen, obviously he was had to be generational. But when he left, that's when Wirtz came in. Yeah. And everyone saw him, scored on his first I think it's his debut against Bayern Munich, and came off the bench and scored. And everyone was like, this could be a generational footballer, and it didn't help.
I think he still is. I don't think people should lose hope on him. I don't understand. Like, let me give you an example as well. I know I keep saying that a lot. 2 seasons ago, everybody was saying Szoboszlai is not good enough. Now they're eating from the palm of his hands. What does that mean? Like, what do you mean, Fozzy? What I mean is, you look at Szoboszlai at that time, he was understanding the Premier League. You know what I mean? He was slowly developing into the Premier League, how it is. Now, all his game is coming together. Everybody is bragging about him. Imagine Wirtz goes in the same direction. And don't forget, Wirtz is 22? So he came out 21. So he's about 22 now. So he's still got time to, develop as a player. When people are having a go at him and making fun of him right now, it's wrong, because you got to learn from the past players that were in the same position when they came to Liverpool. How old was Szoboszlai when he came to Liverpool? 21. Now look at him.
I think he might be younger. He might have been 22, 23.
He's about 21 around that time. He's 25 now. So it just shows, like, if you give people time and patience, you know what I mean? Especially a difficult Premier League, it's a difficult league. I've seen great players fail in this league. Shevchenko's, Crespo's, Weah came over here at one stage. A lot of players came over here and they all failed. I mean, but if you give these youngsters time and patience, they will be the player that you want them to be eventually. And I'm a firm believer in Wirtz. I think he'll be a great player at Liverpool.
100%. 100%, man. 100%. Manuel saying here, statue should be held outside Anfield for Hansi, Sunes, Klopp, Gerrard, Salah, Hoopier, Dalglish, to name a few. You'll never walk alone.
Hoopier?
Yeah, not Sammy though. Sammy's a legend, but not an icon like that. Well, you don't think Sammy's a legend?
He's all right. I mean, he's probably borderline of legend, but I don't think he's one of the greatest Liverpool players of all
Oh no,
time.
no, no.
That's
So
what that statues are for greatest. You know what I mean?
so for me, when I look at legendary status, I look at the iconic players. So the play when I call icon, think of players.
John Barnes should be on there. I mean,
Or John Barnes should be on there. I think of when you think of a football club, the players should be who they. So, like for instance, when you think of Bayern Munich, you think of Beckenbauer, Gerd Muller, Thomas Muller,
Rummenigge and
all those kind
all
of
this,
players. And for Real Madrid, you think of Di Stefano, Raul,
Ronaldo.
those Ronaldo, those kind of players, the iconic players. And you think of like AC Milan, a great example. You think of Maldini, Baresi, you think of
the
Hullet,
three Dutchmen.
Hullet, Rijkaard, Van Basten. You think of all those players.
Yeah.
Those are like iconic level players for me.
Yeah.
And for me, that will be the likes of Hansen, Gerrard, Dalglish. You could argue Mo Salah's in that conversation.
Billy
Little,
Little. Yeah.
Ian, Roger Hunt, Ian Rush, all those kind of
players.
All
those players. Ian St. John. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You forget about it as well. Who was the start of the Sixers at Liverpool. Liverpool
Exactly.
won their first FA Cup in 1965. These guys are the ones who started it. So you got to give them credit for what they did. And not only that, what followed after that is just amazing. You know what I mean? We've won every trophies after that. So, yeah, those players have done it all. It's to me, when you get legendary status, it's the consistency you have in that football club. You get what I'm saying, Ram? The longevity and consistency. As long as you could have like 5 league titles, 3 Champions Leagues. You're a legend, bro. Because you got that consistency. You know what I mean? And you don't have to remain at the club like 10 years. You could do that in 7 years. And you're a legend no matter what, because you've done that. Look at Kenny Dalglish, came out Liverpool, what age? 27. Look at what happened to him. He won everything. You know what I mean, so 3 Champions Leagues, I think, and he's still the player manager that's won the league. No other manager's ever done that.
Yeah. Big up Don Hassam in the chat. Fozzie Salah FC and will never forget your efforts.
Yeah, man. 100%, bro.
Hassam will never give me my flower. Not give me my flower. Will never accept me in that light because I'll never really Salah FC. It's always Liverpool FC, but never Salah FC.
Salah. Listen, Salah. The way Hussam supports him, people I think misunderstand. I honestly think that because Hussam just protects players. That's what he does. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to do that, especially when it's great players. And that's what it's nothing to do with Arab. I'm an Arab myself. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I was Arab before Hussam when he was born. So, you know what I mean? I should be protecting Salah as well if he's down that route. But listen, he has his say, and normal circumstances, if Salah left 3 seasons ago as everybody wanted him to leave at that time, would we win that league last season league title?
No.
There you go.
100% no.
So you got to give Hussam credit for that.
100%. I think also it's a very interesting way because when I criticize players, no one gets out of criticism, even if it's your best players. That whether Salah is the kind of player, I don't say anyone's worse than the other. If you're all poor, you're all gonna get the same amount of criticism. There's no levels. There's no differing levels of poor.
But this is the only season he's been poor. This is the only season.
This is where I'd be like, he's poor this season, but I'm still not gonna rewrite history being like he was a terrible footballer.
Yeah,
he's still 8 seasons of pure consistency at the highest level.
Come on, bro.
Still got to give it credit.
That's impossible.
100%, man. 100%.
And many consider the best league in the world at the time as well.
Yeah. But big up Hassam, man. Big up Hassam.
Big up, bro.
And obviously on the Gerrard bit, Manuel saying Gerrard was wanted by Mourinho twice at Real Madrid and at Chelsea. He follows his heart set in stone at Liverpool, unlike the rat Trent. Now, he's in the mud at Madrid. And
what's happened to him over there?
I don't know.
That's why he's been playing. Wasn't he playing recently? And Carvajal just came back recently and took over.
He was, but I don't know. He's not really, what's it called? He's not been picked for, England, which I'm not
Would you pick him? Would you really pick him?
I would.
Yeah?
Quality-wise, yes. Because there's Reece James.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be very content with Trent being there because he offers us something different.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, right, he's the quality that he has as a footballer You can't pass it up. It's such a handy person to have, whether it's on the bench or starting the game.
I agree with you, bro. I'm not that type of fan that's still hating on Trent. I've given up. I hated him when he left, of course, but now I just concentrate on my football club. But talent-wise, you're right. Like, he's up there with the best of them, especially with that foot, the wonderful foot that he's got. And sometimes, like you said, you do need something like that to get you out of trouble with certain games. You know what I mean? When the game is not going your way. So why don't you take that weapon with you in the World Cup that can unlock defenses when you need it the most?
100%, man, 100%. But that's on Tuchel. If Tuchel's going to die on that sword, then so be it. Let him do that, man. Let him do that as well. Before we end the stream, obviously, big up everyone that's still in the chat. 64 still left in the chat. Big up everyone that's in
Where's
here.
the subscribers, man? What's going on here, guys? Like,
hang on,
have we just stopped subscribing, guys? We're how many? 49 away. Come on, man.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get the actual number here.
On.
We're 49 away, guys. Come on, guys. At least get it up to at least to 60. Look, I'm even dropping this level down for you guys, just to accommodate you guys as well. So let's get it up to 500.
I'm disappointed with these people, man. Really disappointed,
man. Let's get it up. But before we go, Fozzie, I want to go through this. Yeah,
go on, brother.
Why is Liverpool letting him go for free? What is the difference between Trent and him?
It's him, bro. It's him that wants to go. I don't think it's the club that decided for him to go. I think the guy's a proud man, if you know what I mean. He's not about. He could be that kind of player that just sits at home and takes the money. Do you know what I mean, Ram? He could have done that. Could have took that. You know what I mean? You can't stop him because he's under contract.
Yeah.
So since he's a proud man, he said, "This ain't working with me and this head coach." And I've said it, guys. You could shoot me till tomorrow or to next season. I think Arne Slot is staying, and that's what he's been told. This guy is gonna stay next season, and he doesn't want you to be part of his plan. You could be part of it, probably sitting on the bench, or you could just like leave now. And he opted to leave. He's a proud man, bro. He's not all about the money. Salah is a numbers man. He wants to get goals. He wants to get assists. He wants to win trophies. That's what Salah is. And if you can't give him that, he will leave even if the wages is cut if he goes elsewhere. That's how much of a proud man he is, bro. I've got this feeling, my brother. I watched that round the table many times over. I think I think Arne Slot is staying and he's going because it should be the other way around. Think about it this way around. Let me ask you a question here, bro. And the chat, if you guys want to participate. Say Salah. How do you look at it? If Salah, Salah stayed.
Mm-hmm.
No, if Salah stayed at the football club, that means Arne Slot was going to leave. Was something along those lines. I forgot what it was I was going to say. I've been on so many streams, I forgot what it was. Mm-hmm. If Salah didn't say he was going to leave, that means Arne Slot was going to leave. That's what I think. That's how I see it. This is why Salah has come out and said he's leaving this right now, because Arne Slot is the one who's going to stay. That's what I think. But I forgot what I was going to... But carry on with the thing. Let me figure out what I was going to say. I just forgot exactly. I lost my place.
I think because of what's happened this season, just everything in general, I think both of them should have left.
Yeah.
It's been a horrible situation for Liverpool to deal with since December, January. I think we do have to move on to an extent. If I was the manager, I would have made it clear to him, being like, look,
oh, that's it. I got it now. Yeah.
You're getting older.
Yeah.
I don't think you can play 38 games a season in the league, but you're still an asset, and I need you to be in the part of this team so you can help bleed in the new players. That's how I would have dealt with it. And if he would have stayed, great. If he wouldn't have stayed, then we'll let him go. But clearly, the club are all in on the manager, and unfortunately, whilst we do want the
do you believe that, Ram, like he's going to stay for next season in the beginning to see how it goes, or do you think he's going to be going at the end of the season?
If we don't get Champions League football, then yeah, he's gone. If we do, then he's staying, which is sad to say, but it's the truth.
So this is what I meant to say, guys. Like, if Salah was reassured that Arne Slot was leaving, I don't think he would have left. I think he would have seen the other year out. I honestly think that, Ram. Because I think he heard he's staying. That's why he decided to leave. Because Salah is all about, numbers, like I said. If a new manager's coming in, he probably would have had Salah in his plans. Do you get what I'm saying, Ram?
Yeah.
So, and Salah would have decided, and Salah is that kind of guy. He wants to break records. So he would have stayed another season. But now that he found out this guy is staying, that's why he's leaving, in my opinion. If it makes sense what I said right now. Sorry about that.
If that's the case, then I can't believe it. Can't believe it. It's crazy. It's like it's one of those things.
But I'll ask you that question: If another manager came in, would Salah stay, Ram? If he found out another manager was coming in,
I don't know, because we can use the example of Gerrard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gerrard left because he didn't think he was still going to be a part of the squad, right?
Yeah.
But then Gerrard didn't know that Klopp was going to be the manager.
Mm.
And there was always sources around being like, Klopp was always going to be the manager, but it just wasn't the right time for him to join. Like he
sabbatical, he's in a sabbatical, wasn't he?
Sabbatical. He just left Borussia Dortmund, go into a new job. He just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Afterwards, Gerrard was like, if I knew Klopp was coming in, I would have stayed. Yeah. That's where I'm like,
yeah.
It's not fully 100. I'm not fully 100%. It's because the manager's staying. It could be. So. It could be the case of the club. The club is trying to find a replacement, but they don't know if.
Do you know why I think? Do you know why I think that? Because you just said it. Brendan Rodgers will stay on. You know what I mean? And Gerrard obviously left because the same manager was staying on. So don't you see the similarities to this? This is not the first time these things happen. This happens all the time. We have up and downs all the time at Liverpool Football Club. Even under Jurgen, we've been having up and down. Sometimes we get at the Champions League. Sometimes we get into the Europa League, and then next season we come back to the Champions League. Then we start challenging for a league title. Up and down is normal for Liverpool. That's what I said to you about this head coach. The way they've been speaking recently, I'm convinced this guy is staying, and I stand by it because I've seen it before. Remember, you guys are forgetting about Brendan Rodgers, guys. Yeah, in his last season, all of his coaching staff left. He remained. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how bad it was. So what do you think? And what kept him in the job? The credit in the bank for what he did in that season when he nearly won the title. But this guy's got more of a credit in the bank because League Cup final, won the Premier League, and through to the next round in the Champions League. So he's got credit already in the bank. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. And when you got owners like us, who don't know anything about football. Don't tell me all of a sudden now people are going to tell me, FSG know about football. When you guys been telling me since they've been here, they know something. They don't know anything about football. This is the way they go. They don't care about winning. If you want to win titles, you continue to do that again and again and again. You don't just have scattered titles every single time. Consistency, it's not there with these owners. But yeah, it is what it is, man. People don't want to believe me. That's okay.
At the end of the day, it's all about opinions, right? And I feel like
16 years of the same thing, Ram.
That is true. A leopard don't change its spots.
Nope.
Big up
Jamie, man.
Big up leopard don't change their spots. Big up Jamie.
Big up, guys. Sure.
How you doing, Jay? How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just done my own little video as well, so got that out there.
What's your thoughts?
I'm not shocked. It didn't shock me at all. I understand he's leaving. Look, this year has been dog, right? And I said it, 60% of it, I do believe Mo's fallen off, and 40% of it, I believe the coach is playing him incorrectly, right? So I think there's a good correlation there. But at the end of the day, Mo's going to be 34 later this year. I think it's the right time for Mo to leave. Yeah, the club needs to move on. The club needs to keep looking for fresh new players, bringing them in, making the club bigger and better. Mo's been here 9 years. He's a legend, man. He's got nothing else to do and prove. His legacy's intact, right? What more? Like, the longer he actually stays, he starts to become the villain because people don't think Mo's that guy anymore, and then it ruins your legacy. I think the best players know when to leave. And I don't think he 100% wanted to leave at the end of the season. I do think he has... I think a little bit of him, he's like coming from, the management where, Yeah, I don't think Slot wanted Salah this year.
Nope.
You can tell by the way Slot plays.
The tactics, yeah.
Salah plays far too wide.
Yeah.
Because earlier on today, I don't know if you guys have seen it. UEFA put up on their YouTube channel. They put up Mo's 50 Champions League goals for the clubs he's played for. Right. Yeah. I was watching that. What? Going back and watching that. Watch the positions Mo used to pick up. So central. Even when he was Klopp at Liverpool.
Inverted.
Remember, everyone remembers Klopp's Liverpool. Yeah. They weren't used as wingers. They were very narrow, Mane and Salah. So they're always in front of goal. Yeah. And if you look at what Slot's done this year, he's more of a touch-tight winger because that's how Slot... If you go back and watch how Slot used to play at Feyenoord, he likes his wide players wide, right?
Yeah.
He likes them being more creative than goal scorers, yeah? The problem is, in today's football, when you're playing 4-3-3 in today's football, your wide men are goal scorers. You look at all the best teams, their wide players are mostly goal scorers, ain't they? Yeah. You know, they're threatening. They can get goals and they can create. They're not just there to be like a Doku who gets 7 goals in 3 seasons, like that, right? Yeah. You know, you can't tell me they wouldn't swap Silvinho for Salah tomorrow, City. Do you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they want goal scorers. That's what today's game is. It's about GA. We live in the GA era, yeah? This is what I keep saying. We live in the GA era, right? And in the GA era, Mo Salah's as good as anyone in this era, right? Now, I get pissed off when people keep comparing him to the greatest of all time, some of the greatest players of all time, to just make the example that Mo's not as good as some of the greatest of all time. No shit, right? But that still don't mean he's not world-class in this era. Yes, guess what? I don't know if you guys know this. He's not as good as Ronaldinho. No shit.
Oh, damn.
Ronaldinho's one of the greatest of all time. But, guys, does that mean Mo still can't be world-class?
What is world-class in the modern day?
You know, it's just, this is what drives me mad. And when people say he's boring to watch or he doesn't pass the eye test, if you want to watch players like Doku and stuff like that, yeah, and these players, right, and you're happy watching, you're like, oh, these are ballers, they're technically superb and all that, right? Cool. They're technically better than Mohamed Salah, right? But do people not realise that Mohamed Salah actually has to be a really good footballer to get all the goals and assists he's got? Mm-hmm. Because that don't just come because he's lucky, right? Look at Erling Haaland, yeah? Every club in the world wanted Haaland when he was available. Why? Because he's a world-class goal scorer. He's not a technically pleasing-looking footballer, right? Right, he's not technically as good as Harry Kane or Lewandowski or Luis Suarez of this world or any of these kind of strikers, you know, or past and present, right? But why did they want him? Because he gets 40 goals a season, right? What does Mo Salah do for 9 years, guys?
Score goals,
bang goals, but apparently
and assist as well.
Yeah, but apparently he's not pleasing on the eye. I look, people will go say what they want, right? He's a legend of our football club. He'll stay a legend of our football club. He's our third all-time top goal scorer. He's going to have his big day, the last day at Anfield at the end of the season, and get what he deserves. But I'm still not stupid. I know this season Mo has fallen off. And this Mo Salah is not the Mo Salah that was a world-class player at our football club. And it is his time to leave. Is he leaving because he wants to leave, or is he been given that? That's what we're going to find out in the weeks to come. But I'm going to tell you that I do think Liverpool buy Michael Olise.
Really? How?
Yeah, I do think they will. Has anyone read Bayern Spaces about this on Twitter? No. He gets a shitload right.
Hang on. Wait, Jamie. Let me get it up.
I think there's legs in the. I think there is legs in the Olise thing, because
and Bayern Munich do make deals with Liverpool a lot, don't they? As well.
Yeah, and I don't think Jan Diamonde, as much as I like him, because I've watched a bit of him now since we've been linked to him, I think he's a good player, but I don't think Liverpool go buy him to replace Mohamed Salah on the right hand side.
Yeah, buy him on the left though.
I can see it. I can see him going on left because I think Cody Gakpo goes this summer.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cody goes this summer The money off Mo Salah frees up a lot as well.
Yeah, 4K a week.
They go and get Diamonde to play on the left hand side, and they go and get Olise to play off the right hand side.
Jamie, do you have a link to it? Because buying space is just.
It was weeks ago. It was weeks ago.
Weeks ago. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
And it keeps coming back there, Jay. It keeps coming. I've seen it today somewhere as well. About
I think there's legs in it. Look, do we get him over the line? I don't know. I have no idea. But Liverpool, for me, have to make a massive impact this summer with a legend like this leaving the football club. Yes, you're not replacing what Mo Salah did this season, yeah? You can buy me or Fozzie to play there, right, this season.
Man. I'll do more than him.
But you're replacing what he's done for 9 years.
Ooh,
right, and the impact he's had on our football club. So, for me, I think you go and get Michael Olise and get Diamonde to play on the left, and Liverpool look like a different team next season.
The thing with Olise, guys, what does he offer that Salah? What's closer to Salah? Is it similar player to Salah? Because I know that Olise that plays for Palace. I remember him. Yeah, he was a good player, but he didn't really catch my eye. You know what I mean? But I want to know what is he going to produce? Is he going to get 15 goals a season plus assists? What is he?
I'm all right with that. Do you know why? Because I think if we can get Isaac up to speed Isaac up to speed next season, if you got Isaac and Ekitike doing their thing, there's your goals. Right, and then if you get someone like Olise and he gets like 10 to 15 Premier League goals, but 15 Premier League assists, you're laughing, aren't you? 100%. But we live in a world of PR, don't we, guys? We live in a world of PR, right?
It's not bad. 16 goals this season. It's not bad.
Yeah, you need that. You need a player that has got that PR to their name. Look, and Olise might not get the GA that Salah did in the last 9 years, but he's got that name value. People will look at that and go, that's perfect. He's got the name value. Liverpool can't get, for me, someone who's been okay, does all right in France or Germany. He hasn't got that name value because I don't think people accept it.
Or a child.
Yeah, exactly. So, for me, you have to get name value in there. You really do.
Yeah, so the one thing I said to Jamie when I talked about Diamonde at the start, I'm like, talented footballer, but if we're gonna get him, Salah has to stay, because you need, like what Jamie said, you need a name and you need a personality to be there, and to put that all on a 19-year-old / 20-year-old, you're gonna ruin. You could potentially ruin his trajectory to an extent, putting all that pressure onto him. Does that mean that he's not capable? No. But the likelihood that he would succeed will be far less if Salah wasn't there. So I hear what Jamie said. I've been saying it as well. If we do get Diamonde and Olise, I'll be one of the most happiest people in the world. But obviously with buying space, I'm going to read out what he says. I can now reveal that inside Bayern, there is a serious unease about my report on Michael Olise's release clause. The club were not expecting this information to surface so early, which explains the defensiveness in Christoph Freund's official press conference, where after being asked directly he could not deny it. The hesitation is in truth as close to as confirmation as you will ever hear from an official. Internally, Bayern are nervous. They know Olise's release clause set to between £90 million and £100 million, a figure well within reach for most Premier League clubs. They also know Richard Hughes had admired him since early days at Reading, that Liverpool view him as the ideal successor to Mo Salah, and that Manchester City will also be there after the World Cup. My report has also created a storm within Sebna Stracia, and the reaction from the club has been immediate. There's also an understanding here for an ordinary fan. If a journalist asks an official directly whether a release clause exists, he cannot deny it, because should the clause one day be triggered, he would stand exposed as a liar and a fool in front of the supporters. This is why Freund did not deny it when asked, because the clause exists. Instead, Bayern's leadership now instruct their friendly journalists to soften the massive wave caused by my report, publishing stories that claim no clause is in place. The purpose is simple: to calm supporters in the short term and to ensure that if the clause is ever triggered, the responsibility and the blame can be shifted onto the media rather than the officials who knew all along. This is not strategy, it is containment, a nervous attempt to hold back the tide of truth. in the end, the tide always returns, and time always restores what others try to buy.
Yeah, and this guy knows his shit because he gets a lot right as well.
Yeah.
He got all the vert stuff right before anyone knew about it as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a phone.
And then he got then he did that thing about Diaz as well, which came correct as well. So this guy's obviously got someone inside Bayern Munich that knows something, and he gets info.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a phone call tomorrow morning.
I think that's one to watch this summer. By the way, this all is if we can make Champions League, right?
Yeah, of course.
And because UEFA has now said that England will get top 5 places for Europe next season, because of the fall off of Chelsea as well, I think Liverpool will get 5th by like a point. Yeah, by like a point. I think they will get 5th. I think 4th and 5th place can get a low points total this season and still make Champions League.
Yeah,
because how bad everyone else is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Liverpool still get it by that. But my worry is Salah staying here. Does that mean Slot staying as well? Salah leaving. Does that mean Slot staying?
Yo, Fozzie's thinking the same thing, bro.
Because he would have been informed in all this discussion. He's the manager.
Yeah.
How about the other way around? Like if you know, with Salah, Jay, would he leave if Slot was leaving?
I don't think you would. I don't think.
Salah's a numbers man, as you know, Jamie. You know what I mean? Under a different manager, you know what I mean? He might be.
A couple of years ago, I was in the feeling that I think Mo wants to retire at Liverpool, right?
There you go.
Or maybe he'll retire at Liverpool, but he'll have 1 year in the sun somewhere. You know how like Stevie did? He had a year in LA and then called it a day.
Yeah,
I could see Mo doing something like that, but not giving him a transfer fee opens it up to a lot of European clubs as well.
He pushed it, you know that, Jay. He's the one who pushed it. It's not the club.
Yeah, and he's stepping away from $400,000 a week as well.
Come on, man. The only way you do that is if you're pushing it yourself.
Because I know I'm rabbiting on, but
that's all
the one thing I want to say this about Mo. I didn't actually say this on my channel just now, and I should have. Here's the one thing I will say about Mo. Mo Salah has treated Liverpool like it is the best club in the world. He never looked in 9 years at his peak, at his absolute best. Mo Salah never looked to go into Real Madrid or Barcelona or PSGs or anything like that. He never used Liverpool as a stepping stone. Yes, did he want more money and more wages when he thought he was worth it? Of course he did, and he deserved it, right? And he used his voice to get that. He never threatened to leave.
Amazing, isn't it, Jay?
He treated the club with the utmost respect that it was the biggest club in the world.
Same with Alisson, Van Dijk, Jurgen, all of them.
You're telling me Salah in his prime, Ali in his prime, Virgil in his prime couldn't play.
No, but come on, man. Let's be serious here, man.
And that is why they're legends of our football club. And that's why we love them so much.
Could I also add, Jamie, why were there no reports about them leaving? Why would there never be reports? Because maybe they were already, the club went up to their agents. The agent said, no, they're not leaving. They don't want to leave.
No.
So it's dead in the water.
Did Salah's agent always say that all the time, though? On Twitter, he said, like, everything you're hearing is bullshit. Mo don't want to go nowhere.
Exactly. He wants to sign a new contract. Yeah.
He just wants what he thinks his value is.
His worth,
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
They all want to leave on their own terms, and they all love living where they are. They love living in Liverpool. Yeah, I think if they had the opportunity to, they would all want to live in Liverpool for the rest of their.
You know what was a blessing, guys? Like Coutinho leaving. You know, Coutinho leaving played a big part in these players staying.
Fozzie, well. I will say this because I was going to mention this earlier.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The only reason we were allowed to sell Coutinho is because Salah had the season that he had.
Yeah, really? Yeah,
I believe so.
Wow.
Salah had to see. I believe that if Salah didn't have the season that we had, I don't think we would have sold Coutinho with that much.
It was a blessing, man.
He came in, and by January, Liverpool already saw that he was their best player.
Yeah.
They looked at it and gone straight away. They went, "This something special about Mo," and he's already probably taking Coutinho as the best player at the club.
Yeah.
So from there, they're like, we can afford to let him go. They didn't want to let him go, and Liverpool did the right thing. They
Well, Jurgen told him, didn't he? Jurgen told him,
Jurgen
like, if you
wanted
stay,
to
we'll build a statue from you, like, for you. But if
And
you
I-
go to
And I think that's another reason why Alisson's, the Virgils, and the Mo's didn't ever leave, because they saw what actually happened to Coutinho.
Yeah.
No, was he ever as good as he was at Liverpool?
Nope.
Oh no.
Her career just went down there.
And
afterwards.
and that's why I love Virgil and Ali as well. That's why they're legends.
Mhm.
Now,
Always.
Virgil takes it all the time. It's only ever Liverpool.
Yeah.
Look, I honestly believe Virgil doesn't want to leave Liverpool at all, which I'm a little bit worried, because Virgil and Ali is all that leaves. Virgil,
left.
Ali, and
All that's
Robbo
left.
is all that's left. Yeah, Robbo's
Crazy.
going this summer
And Joe
as well,
Gomez,
probably.
yeah.
And Joe, big up Joey. Always gets forgotten about.
We haven't forgot about you, Joe.
I tell you what, guys. When Virgil's the next one who does this and goes,
Oh, I'm done, Jay. I'll be crying like a baby.
replacing Virgil's going to be harder than replacing Mo.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, because you can buy goal scorers in the market.
Oh, yeah.
Unless, Jay.
Right? You can buy
Look at life when Salah and all them were there and Virgil wasn't there.
Unless,
As soon as
Jay,
he came in, look how it changed. Champions League final in the same season.
Jay,
as soon as he
yeah.
came through the door.
Jay,
Exactly.
unless we look within. I'm on the train already, bro.
Go on.
A certain
Leone?
Italian centre back.
Yeah, Leone's going to be that guy. He's special, man.
When
gotta
you hear
be-
Arrigo Sacchi talk about my man, I'm like,
He
yo.
was pissed, Ram. He was pissed he left Italy.
No, they thought. So Saki says he's going to be better than Bastoni, and they didn't want him leaving Italy.
Yeah.
And
They were pissed.
I watched him a lot the previous year because I was doing a lot of Italian coverage. He caught me eye all the time. Like at the time, he was like 17, 18. He's like 6'4", this unit. But the thing is, he can move.
Man,
Like,
I
he's
saw him in
not-
that Southampton game, Jay. He was
He
brilliant.
can move. He can move. I said it all season, and Ram know this. If he never got injured, I believe he would have taken a lot of playing time off Konate this season.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really do. I really do.
I think him, after watching him and obviously watching a little bit more of him in the Italian league,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised we got Jacquet as well, because he's the kind of centre back that will not accommodate, but partner well with him. The two styles. Obviously,
Yeah.
Jacquet can play they're both ball playing centre backs, but one's a little bit more mobile than
It's
the
a bit
other.
like Virgil and Konate again.
Yeah,
That's what it'll be.
a little bit. Yeah, 100%.
I
100%.
want,
to that-
I want
not
more
to that.
Matip than Konate, bro. But
Yeah,
We could do a little bit, Matt.
The Konate man. I've had my say all season about Ibu. I must say last year about Ibu. Ibu is going to be 27 in May. Yeah.
Mhm.
For me, right now, I believe Ibu should be at this age of his career, where he is in his career now, should be almost impossible to let go. He should be that guy development wise now, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that not a lot of people are too concerned if he goes. Tells you a lot about.
But that's if we sign someone of the quality, Jay.
See, they think Xhaka's that quality, don't they? They spent
Hang on a
65 million on
second.
him.
So if he leaves, we ain't got no centre back, an experienced one coming in as well, or we're just gonna do with the youngsters.
The club thinks Xhaka's that guy. I mean, they spent 65 million on him.
Yeah.
They think he's that guy. I've never watched him play, so I can't have to say. I know Leone's that guy. So I'm on him at the moment.
Problem is though with Jacquet, like you said with Konate, he's a bit. I don't like saying this, but he's got a bit of a bozo gene. But obviously he's 19, so he's gonna have that bozo gene. But there's a reason why if we get Jacquet, I said we still need to get either Schlotterbeck or Bastoni. Those two need to be bought.
Keep an eye on the Bastoni situation. I've heard some stuff there.
The Schlotterbeck situation, I've been hearing a lot of rumors. Again, I need a phone call with certain someone.
I've got a feeling he might go to Bayern Munich, you know.
No, I have a feeling he's going to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the Bastoni situation. I actually believe that Liverpool see Bastoni as the ultimate Virgil replacement.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same type of player, though, Jay.
No, but what it is, it's if you look at Bastoni and Virgil, Bastoni and Konate are the same age, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you say is the better defender?
I don't know because I don't watch Bastoni. Yeah.
Bastoni don't defend no more. He's asked to go forward now.
Yeah.
From what I saw, Bastoni was good, but I still say Konate.
Yeah, Bastoni's the business, man. He's a super talent. There ain't a lot out there. There's a lot of good, very good young centre
you know what
backs
it
out
is,
of
Jay?
Europe at the moment.
You know what it is, Jay and Ram? Yeah? The reason we are where we are recently is because of the consistency of the defense, especially Virgil van Dijk. Once we step away from that, we're in trouble. We're going to go back to the Skirtle days, you know what I mean? And players like that. And that's what we don't want to go. It took us years to replace Hansen with Van Dijk, you know that? Like 30 years.
Decades.
That's the worrying part of it. You need something at least close to Van Dijk in order for us to compete again. Because as Jamie said in the beginning, like as soon as Virgil walked through that door, that Leicester game, I remember he was wearing black suit and turtleneck and all that stuff. And you could see the aura back. You see the fans, the way they're drawn towards him. And then he had his first game against Everton, scored a header. You see the defense, it was different. And not only is he the presence there, he used to cover for a lot of players as well when the ball was going, over the top with his pace and power and all that stuff. That's something a lot of defenders don't have. You talk about the Arsenal ones. Do you see Saliba actually covering for Gabriel and all that stuff? He doesn't do things like that. That's why I don't consider him as world class. That's what Van Dijk does. He's willing to take risks to back other players as well. And that's what we don't have. And that's what worries me once he leaves. Can we get something similar to that? Because if we don't, I think we're going to be falling off pretty badly, guys.
Yeah,
we need that solidity, man.
Do you know what it is? It's waiting to see how good Julian Shakir is. I mean, if he's as good as the club believe he is, I mean, we could have found a superstar there, ain't it?
Yeah.
But none of us have watched him, so we're not in the know. We're a bit like,
yeah.
Oh, I watched him a little. I watched him a little bit. I watched him quite a bit because I watched French league a little.
Is he good in the air? Is he good on the floor?
He's good in the air. Because he's physically very good. Aerially he's quite good, and he's a very good ball playing centre back as well. Because he's played right back as well. Like he's played right back. So if he's able to play right back, he should be good to play football. The only issue is that his decision making and his bozo-ness is very, very high. He's very rash, which is the issue. But the reason why I'll give him time is because he's only 19. So I expect that from 19-year-olds.
Kick out of him,
Like literally, once he develops a little bit more, the understanding becomes there. Then it can become like that's the £60 million player.
I don't know about you, but I'd rather buy a 19-year-old defender from the French league than the other league at the moment. Because I think the French league is the closest to the Premier League.
Yeah, 100%. If you look at player development, down the years, French players actually took on the Premier League better than German and Italian football and all that stuff. If you look at it, and Spanish football.
I think the French league is so underrated, man. I think it's a really good watch. Young players develop well there as well, and there's a lot more aggression. In Germany, you do get a lot of time in the ball if you're a forward player.
That's the thing, though, Jay. And it'll take you time to get used to it.
Vert said it himself in his interview the other day, didn't he?
The German league, the defenders back then, the quality of defenders is just not the same anymore.
Yeah.
Like I was sport for choice back in the 2010s. If you look at Hummels was there, Boateng was there.
Yeah,
Benedict Hervedez was a very good centre back as well.
Yeah.
So many good centre backs in the Bundesliga. Young Jonathan Tah, who was meant to be a very good centre back, didn't live up to the potential.
Yeah.
He was still touted to be a very good centre back. Obviously, Schlotterbeck was coming through at the same time. Like they had so many good up and coming centre backs, but now the level was just so different. And Vuskovic, if Vuskovic is the best one, that's when you know. That's when you know.
I just thought of something.
Go on.
What if we do get Olise because Salah goes to Bayern Munich?
Oh,
possibility.
Ooh, Bayern Munich do take aging players. To be fair,
Salah will cook in Germany. By the way,
possibility, definite possibility.
Because wages won't be a problem. Because Bayern Munich do pay wages.
Yeah.
I mean, Mo's going to expect if he's going to Europe, he's not going to get what he was on at Liverpool, being his age.
Yeah.
Because I think Mo still thinks I don't think Mo wants to go to Saudi. I think Mo wants to play in Europe still.
Yeah.
I think Mo believes in himself enough to still want to play in Europe at the top,
100%.
top end. Italy ain't going to be able to afford him. So forget about Italy.
Someone says Napoli. Bradley says here Napoli.
Napoli could. The other one who could as well, if they Como could come in for it because they could financially afford him, right?
Oh, yeah, come on.
And it's a beautiful place as well.
Yeah.
What
about Roma?
Going back to, I don't think Italy can afford him.
Well, he could bring in money too, though, Jay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's very hard for Italian teams to financially do that on one player. That's the thing. I would honestly, that might be one to watch. You know, I could see Bayern Munich being very interested in Mo Salah.
Man, I'll be need to maybe making a load of phone calls.
I'm starting to wonder about you, Jamie. You know, I'm starting. That's a good shout. If they're getting rid of Olise and then Salah going the other way, then that's not a problem, is it? Really?
Man, Jamie, I need to add another phone call on top of that, bro.
I'm telling you, a 30-year-old in Germany isn't 33 or 34.
No,
you know what I mean?
Slow league. You know what I mean? He'll have all the time on the ball.
Exactly, and with Harry Kane next to him, Harry Kane. Oh my God. Oh, that's nasty.
Nasty.
They didn't actually pay. Kevin De Bruyne is on like 150 grand a week, I believe, at Napoli.
Yeah, he took a wage cut.
He took a massive wage cut.
Because I think he wants to try and go back to the Bundesliga for Bayern, but Bayern didn't want him because just didn't fit their plans. He tried to go. He couldn't go to any of the big clubs in Spain because neither of them wanted him. His only option was either take a wage cut to go to Italy or go to Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Now, if Salah's willing to take that massive wage cut like Kevin De Bruyne did, then yeah, Italy's an option. Yeah,
maybe
Italy's an option.
100%. But there'll also be this. On a free, Salah will be getting a decent signing on fee that'll probably make up for the shortfall in the wages. That's also a fact.
Exactly.
Free, you know, free.
Wow. So but are they go? The thing is, if Mo wants his 400 grand a week, but at another club as a free transfer, he's going to get 40 or 50% of that's going to have to come in signing on fee, and then the rest in wages to make it up. That's still going to be a lot of money for some Italian clubs to afford, and some Italian clubs are like, broke.
Yeah, they're finished in Italy, aren't they?
De Bruyne was a free transfer. We have to remember as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I'm just looking at De Bruyne's website.
The only club before that could have afforded him for him was Juventus back in the day when they had money. Now they don't.
Yeah.
They're trying desperately to keep.
What's happened to Italian football, guys? Right? Has it died or what?
There's no money there anymore.
I don't watch it anymore, but what the hell's happened to this damn place? There used to be attraction for every player.
In the way the Italian league plays is still the same. No matter what decade or year you watch it, it's still the same. The problem is after what happened to Juventus, everyone left. The financials left, and their TV rights are tiny, man. Their TV rights are tiny.
It's also there that the Italian league in general, from top to bottom, is very archaic, very old school. They don't really, I think, in terms of the one thing that you have with the Bundesliga was one of the big things they marketed was this is the birth ground of young players. We'll have all the best young players coming through in the Bundesliga. That's how they marketed it at, and they still market it to this day. The French league, it was a bit more. I think it got a lot more traction because of PSG last season compared to other years. It used to be just PSG and everybody else, but because of how good PSG been and how dominant they were, and how they also made it a little bit difficult to win the league this season, there's a little bit more traction. But Italian league, first of all, I don't know if you've heard about the Baggio report that he made years ago.
What happened?
He made a 900-page report assessing everything about Italian football and what went wrong because of the 2010 World Cup. He said that the Italian footballers they're producing, in terms of technical ability and understanding of the game is fine because they're taught that from a young age. But there's a substantial decline in technical ability with some of these players,
and that was their strong point back in the day. Yeah,
exactly. And
Yeah,
the Italian,
Because there was always one coming in it. When Baggio left, it was Del Piero, Totti, and all this. It was just like that.
And they had all the money as well.
Angelotti before that, you know what I mean, and things like that. Yeah.
The thing is, the Italian league in the 80s and 90s was the most financially well-off league in Europe.
I loved it, Jay. I loved the Channel 4, the best.
So the sponsorships Italian football used to get, especially because of what happened with Italian 90 as well. And a lot of people forget Italian, like me and Fozzie are old enough to remember this.
Yeah,
Italian 90 saved football. People forget that, man.
Yeah,
football was going down a dark place when no one watched. Broadcasters didn't want to buy football anymore because what was happening out of football, you know.
Hillsborough, Heysel,
it was just too bad. And
at the time, it would have been, what's it called? There would have been other places. There would have been Zagreb and Belgrade at the same time.
Mafia. Don't forget the Mafia was strong in football there.
So broadcasters weren't picking football up, but Italian 90 was so well received and so loved and so watched that it took a new boom for football, and a new boom happened. And Italian football was the first to get that new boom, and the money was all there, man. You know, they could afford and go and buy R9 and give him more money than anyone's ever bought a player before, and give him wages that no one's ever seen before. And they can't do that now. I was looking at De Bruyne. So De Bruyne's on 184 grand a week, right?
That's
he gets bonuses on top. He gets bonuses on top of that 230 for Napoli. He's only played 11 games, right? The thing is, it's not the thing with Mo Salah. It's just not wages. It's his likeness as well that he'll want to put in his contract, because Mo's face on stuff and his name. So look, he's the biggest named Arab footballer in the world.
He is.
Do you know what I mean? He knows Mo knows his value.
Even people that don't watch football know who Mo Salah is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They know his value. So he would probably still command a heavy bit of money, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, man. That's why Bayern Munich seems feasible. I feel PSG is also the other one. But it's just whether Luis Enrique is still there, because I don't think Enrique would want Salah in his team.
No, he's not. He's not quick enough or young enough anymore. But I think Kvaratskhelia is available.
I like him, Jay. He's a typical Liverpool player, guys. If you look at that on the left,
I think he'd do well in England.
He should have been the replacement for Diaz straight away when Diaz was leaving.
Because I think Kvaratskhelia has had a fallout at PSG this year. I've heard somewhere and read somewhere in a way. Luis Enrique is really trying to bring Doué through now as well, ain't he? And I think Barcola Doué and what's his name, Dembele. I think he's his preferred front three.
But the thing is, guys, is Luis Enrique is he going to be there next season? That's another question. I've heard.
Well,
this could be his last season.
Rumors today that Pep's leaving. I saw some City accounts today talking about that Pep might.
It's the way he was like saying goodbye to people on the pitch in Wembley. I think that opened a lot of eyes.
If Pep leaves this summer, I think Luis Enrique would be very interested going to Man City.
Yep.
And I wish Hansi Flick would be available then.
That
would have been
us.
For us.
Yeah, I love Hansi Flick, man.
It would have been
good, guys. Is he really that good?
What I like about Hansi Flick, he adapts his tactics for every team he plays for.
Don't get fooled by the high line. I genuinely believe
he didn't.
I keep hearing about this high line. Is this?
He does it in Barcelona. No, like the height, like it is. You know, it's Ange high, right?
Yeah, it's very high.
But the reason he can afford to do it is because he actually plays the right system for the players he's got at Barcelona.
Yeah,
playing at high line. It actually gets the best out of everyone at Barcelona. So it's the right system he plays. He never played it like that at Bayern Munich. He was a little bit deeper at Bayern Munich. But
so it depends the players that you have at your disposal.
Okay, it's very adaptive.
The reason why is because those two wingers, he wants them closer to goal as much as possible.
Okay.
The only way to do that is play a high line, push everyone up. If he didn't have a Lamine Yamal or a Rafinha, he wouldn't want them too far up. He would probably leave Lewandowski.
Is it because you keep the ball up there more? That's why he wants.
Yeah, and he's got the legs in midfield with Pedri and De Jong and stuff.
There you go then. Yeah,
they don't give the ball away.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially De Jong, man. Goodness me.
That's why I think it would be like Klopp and Guardiola all over again, but it would be Flick and Enrique. because
don't
the
wanna go for it.
similarities are just so
I,
are there.
I'd probably say Barcelona have the best attack in Europe,
Oh yeah, 100%.
closely followed by PSG.
Closely followed by closely followed by Bayern Munich as well.
Yeah, they're the three. They have the three best attacks in Europe for me.
Mhm.
Liverpool used to have. But
Where does
then-
Liverpool come into that? I was gonna say if everybody's fit, but you know what I mean.
Liverpool. I just remember the days of Salah, Bobby, and Mane that scared.
I was
every team in the
reminiscing
world.
myself,
Scared
Jamie. earlier.
everyone.
Everybody
Do you
is, bro.
Scared everyone.
Do you remember that Champions League draw once when that report came out that none of the Spanish teams wanted to play Liverpool in Champions League?
Yes.
And we're glad they didn't draw them because they were scared because that front three was just too good.
Phenomenal, man.
And the possession
Tennis.
style of football, they couldn't handle it. They know that if they play against Liverpool with their press, they won't be able to handle it.
We
smashed teams, man.
That's why our defense was so good under Jurgen because we never got attacked.
Now we get attacked every time.
We just pressed people to death. The football I love watching.
No, but the defense was frightening as well, Jay. If you think about it, Matip
Oh.
and Van Dijk were no slouches. It go the other way with their pace.
So I said this the other day. Liverpool never really had this right-hand side problem defensively when it was Matip and Virgil.
Nope. Never heard that in my life.
Because usually Matip would also.
Matip,
you know why Matip was so good, guys? You can't remember any mistakes in him. He's always on point.
I'm trying to remember a Matip mistake.
The only thing you can say that's a mistake, the only thing you could put down Matip for is that he was never the quickest and he was never the strongest.
He was good pace. He had good pace.
He had decent pace, but he wasn't like quicker.
I remember him chasing Aubameyang. Aubameyang was quick, and he caught him up.
He's got that long stride.
Yes,
he's got that long stride.
Yeah. But he wasn't physically imposing. You think of like at the time he had Rudiger.
Yeah,
he had it in his brain.
It's called positional sense. That's what it's called. Positioning in the right places. Yeah,
he is so underrated because his brain was so different.
It's like Flecko, like Fabinho, in midfield. Yeah,
not the quickest.
Fabinho couldn't run, but my God, he was never in the wrong position.
There you go. It's like for example, if you look at Kirkes at the beginning of the season, Kirkes to now Kirkes, that's two different players because now he's got positional awareness. He doesn't put himself racing with players anymore. He puts himself in front of the players now, and he wins the ball back. Before he used to race players, and then he loses the race. Now you don't even see. Now you don't even notice if he's got pace or not.
Also, the coach don't invert him anymore, which helps.
That's another thing.
Do you know Kirkes is getting a lot of fanfare now as well, right? So, man,
rightly so, bro.
I think. Do you know what as well? What goes underrated about Kirkes' game is his one-on-one defending.
Yeah.
Oh, he's very good.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive. I like this aggressive side.
Problem is, if
there's more to come as well. There's more to come. Don't forget, like at Bournemouth, he was crossing the ball a lot in the box, like Robertson used to.
Good. Do you know, technically, and this sounds harsh, I think the worst player we bought this season, technically, is Frimpong. Right, from a technical standpoint, But I still like Frimpong, right? I know a lot of people don't want him here next season. I think it's mad to get rid of him because we need a squad, right? And he has.
I don't know what he's done wrong this season, though, Jay.
I like him. Yeah, he's just not the greatest, right? But a player like him in your squad is so good to have.
Yeah,
because he's got a set of skills that are dangerous that you can use. It's just, I do rate him, but Kirkes on that left-hand side, I liked him when we bought him. I said he's the one I wanted, and I think he's an excellent fullback. I really do. I think it's going. But if he carries on to the potential that he's got for the next couple of years, it's going to be hard to keep hold of him, man.
It's true, Jay. True.
I
agree.
T-Select says it. Probably the only one he could think of is just the Owen goal against Spurs.
But that wasn't even his bloody fault, was it?
That's not his fault, is it? Yeah.
It shouldn't have been down to 10 men, and we shouldn't have been that guy behind in that game either.
Yeah. 9 men, Jay. 9 men. Yeah. It is one of those ones.
I like Frimpong. I'd keep Frimpong. As I say, I think Frimpong has been good. Just from a technical standpoint.
That's spot on, Jay. Yeah. He's got certain, obviously, abilities that other players don't have. You know what I mean? So why would you get rid of that when you need him in certain games anyway?
I'd keep Frimpong all day long. Makes no sense to sell him. Makes no sense.
100%, man.
You could use him. You could use him even like Carl Walker. You know what I mean? Be the pace that regains the ball from the back when the ball goes over. Because I don't think our next defenders are going to be as quick as what we used to have before. So if you got someone like Frimpong, if he plays as a right back that can recover the ball for them, why not, man?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But guys, I appreciate both of you being here. It's been about 1 hour and 42 minutes. I appreciate every single one of you that's also still here. 105 people still left in the chat, and we're only on, okay, to be fair, we're on 50 likes. Let's get it up to 75 likes, people, at a bare minimum. And I'm going to ask, we're on 954 subscribers. Come on, guys.
What's going on?
There's about 100 people. That's minimum half of you people, half of you, man, in this stream.
You people, eh?
people, you man, everybody, everyone. Subscribe, bro. Jamie, now you know how desperate I am. It's literally half of them. Half of them need
This
it.
is
Go and subscribe, people. We're going to do.
Come on, man.
Subscribe, man. Come on.
Let's get to 1,000, man. About 46 people left. Come on.
You
Get up
asked
to
Ram
1,000.
to be consistent. He's here every day almost now. Like, come on, guys.
Come
Just
on, guys.
Get to the 1,000, man.
If you don't subscribe, I won't do any gaming streams as well. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Speaking of content, there will be more content coming out this week. We're going to do a ranking show. I've got a couple of guests in mind. Well, booked in for this week. We just need to sort out a date. I think you guys are going to enjoy that one. Jamie, do you have anything on your channel that you wanna?
Do you know, because it's national break here now, I've got the Vibes of Copper show on Thursday on my Big Up channel. The Rams on as well. But no, I don't know at the moment. I might do the France-Brazil game tomorrow.
Big game,
Wow.
big
That's a
game.
good game.
Just because it could be a good game.
Yeah,
But
big game.
England games, man, no, they can suck me, man. I ain't doing that.
Nah, man.
I'll get bored enough watching Liverpool. I don't want to do England games.
100%.
Have we got any Liverpool players in there?
No, I don't think so. Which is bad. It's very bad. You should
That's
think
true.
every single time there will be an England player from Liverpool. Now is the first time in a while we haven't had one.
That's poor, man.
I think
We
this
are
summer,
really poor.
this summer, this will be probably the first time we don't have a Liverpool representative representing England
In the World Cup? Oh, shite.
in a World Cup. Even in '66, we had a Liverpool represent. We have multiple Liverpool representatives in '66.
Ian Callaghan, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm actually going to have a look. When is the last time
Roger Hunt.
England had no Liverpool representatives in a World Cup?
Probably in the 30s. If there was World Cup. I can't remember, honestly. There's always been a Liverpool player. When I've been growing up, I don't know about you, Jay. I'm sure you remember as
it's
well.
always been Liverpool.
There's always
player,
I can't remember a Liverpool player not being in it.
It's always been like a Michael Owen, a Robbie Fowler, a Jamie
Redknapp,
There's always
McManaman,
been, always someone back in the day that makes England.
Rob
team.
Jones as well.
David James.
What a
It's always
right
been
back
someone.
Rob Jones was.
Yeah, Rob
Underrated
Jones,
Rob Jones. Underrated Rob Jones.
Right.
I remember when Man United used to come with Ryan Giggs in it. Ryan Giggs is going to tear him apart. Never used to do it, man. Just put Rob Jones on him. Done.
If Rob Jones didn't have the injury problems, he would be what Gary Neville is.
Yeah. He was better than Neville.
He was. Even Neville talks about that.
Very quick.
The last time an England squad did not feature a single English player was in 1986.
There you go.
Oh, damn. I watched that World Cup. They're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in. John Barnes was in it, but John Barnes was Watford.
Watford,
At that point, then we signed him after.
Yeah.
So
They're in. They're in.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Even Peter Beardsley. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
In the World Cup. Him and Gary Neville up front.
Man United.
When England had ballers, man.
Yeah, but Jay, they just don't like technical. Remember Glenn Hoddle, how good he was? They never liked him. They don't like technical players, bro.
England never picked technical players, man.
No,
Do you know,
bro.
they never played John Barnes to his best abilities for England either.
Never.
He always used to talk about that. Everyone used to go, how come you do it for Liverpool, but you can't do it for England? It's like, because I'm not allowed to. England have always had a problem with technical footballers. Always.
Yeah, man.
Like Robbie Fowler should have had. Yeah, I think Fowler only had like 24 caps.
Unfortunately, Shearer was around at the same time.
But I think Fowler was a better striker than Shearer.
Oh, Fowler's a natural finisher. You know what I mean? Like, get the ball to him, straight side netting. That's it.
But he could I think Fallon's more technically gifted than Alan Shearer as a footballer.
Yeah.
So he couldn't get into it's weird, ain't it? We are
It's
so
very
power
strange.
and pace, even back then.
The only club in English football to have had a representative consistently in every World Cup is Manchester United.
Oh, is it me?
Nobby Styles and Bobby Charltons and all that. Yeah.
Tottenham.
Yeah,
so
Gazza, good shout, Shanks. Good shout on Gazza. He did, yeah.
Yeah,
What
the
a player,
closest were Tottenham, who missed out in 1954 and 2014. Sorry.
Darren Anderton wasn't around. Oh goodness me.
Yeah,
Sick man.
Spurs and Liverpool. The only two. There's only twice they've not had it. Liverpool representative.
Have you ever noticed about Darren Anderton, Jay? I know we're gonna say it.
How did Darren Anderton play? Do you remember at World Cup '98 when Glenn Hoddle didn't know if to play Beckham or Darren Anderton? That's right. Yeah. So what we're doing here?
He was never fit for his club, never, but he's always fit for England.
And he played well for England. It was crazy.
Yeah, he played well.
He was good for England. Do you remember? Oh, what is it? What's his name? Saint Stone used to play for England.
John Stone, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, he used to play well for England all the time, didn't he?
Yeah, quick on the right wing.
I thought you were going to say Des Walker.
Yeah, Des Walker was excellent. There's a reason they said no one gets past Des Walker, man.
It's always that Walker name in. They're always quick, aren't they? The Walkers.
He was pacey.
Must be the name.
You remember Terry Phelan?
Yeah,
Republic of Ireland. He was
quick,
quick, bro. Yeah. Rapid for Republic of Ireland, yeah, man.
Yeah, Sick Note was Darren Anderton's name.
Yeah, Sick Note,
right.
Always sick.
From the bloke from London's Burning, ain't it?
And you remember that as well?
Yeah, I love that programme, man.
Every Sunday, 9 o'clock, everybody's watching TV.
London's
ITV.
Burning, man.
Yeah, man. They did it in my area, actually. I remember in one of the schools.
Did they?
Yeah, back in the day.
Was it West London, wasn't it?
Yeah.
West London? Yeah.
I think it's West London. No, it wasn't. They
used an actual fire station, didn't they?
It was it still exists. Apparently, it still exists if you look for it.
Love that program, man.
So another club.
Matt Tissier should have had more England caps, man.
Yeah.
But they never played a 4-2.
It was like a number 7, innit? Just off the striker.
Yeah,
they never played that.
Can you imagine having a quality player like Matt Tissier and not finding a way to get him in the team?
They got Gazza at the same time, though, no?
Yeah.
Tissier
was class, though, man.
No,
all of us, innit, Jay? All of us tried these tricks, man. You know that
Gazza was slightly overrated, but no one wants to hear it.
And then Tissier should have gone to Italy then.
No, Tissier never wanted to leave Southampton. The thing with Tissier, he was happy where he was.
Yeah. He knew if he left it, he would have been the same. Yeah.
The thing with Southampton, he could do and be
whatever he wanted.
Yeah. And he never looked after himself well enough either.
Still would have been really good. It would be interesting to watch him in Italy, bro. Because that was in Baggio era.
Yeah, he couldn't play for Gut in Italy. I'm telling you right now.
That's also very true.
and he could at Southampton because they what are they going to do? Gets 100 goals.
Imagine Letizia up against the likes of Costa Curta and Maldini.
Some of these goals, though, Ram, if you've seen it, man, we all tried it in the park back in the day.
Man's got over 100
catalogs, mate. I think he missed one penalty in it in his career or something. One
in his career. Matt Letizier's got over 100 goals playing for Southampton,
and all of them are crackers.
That's crazy.
Apart from the Taibi one when he went for his legs at Old Trafford.
I swear he's got 100 goals anyway. I might be wrong there, but I swear he's part of the 100 club.
Imagine that, 1986, the last time.
That's crazy, isn't it? And it's going to happen this one.
So as well. I'm looking at Arsenal. 2010 was the last time they won.
Yeah, terrible though, isn't it?
Tottenham was 2014.
Guys, for Southampton, in the Premier League for Southampton, he played 270 games. 270 games for Southampton in the Premier League. He got 101 goals.
What? No
he
fucking way.
Strike. Yeah, I'm on his stats, and he wasn't even a striker.
He's an attacking midfielder,
and he got 49 assists.
Wow.
He played 520 games for Southampton, scoring 195 goals.
Technical side I loved about him, man. He was proper tech, man. Proper technique.
That is crazy.
Mm.
But again,
you know,
he didn't look after himself. But what Southampton guys say, he's a superstar. They know for a fact he shouldn't be playing there.
it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing, bro.
So
It's amazing.
it turned out-
Nobody even knows. Like him and Shearer were actually at Southampton together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
That's what people
Second
don't even
year
know.
up, God.
Yeah.
Tissier's a
Oldest.
baller, man. Mate, Alex Ferguson wanted him.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to buy him for time, but he's like, no, I'm happy here.
I'm happy
Because he
where I am.
knows he wouldn't be able to live the luxury he did at Southampton
Yeah.
playing for them clubs.
We're the oldest. We're the oldest. So out of everybody,
Mm.
Arsenal was 2010, Chelsea was 1990, Man City 2006. Obviously, United they're an anomaly because they never had.
They've
Not
used
one-
English players. Didn't they?
Yeah, they've always had an English player in the team.
Yeah.
Tottenham was 2014. We're the oldest, 1986.
That's mad. Has
Lord mercy.
Real Madrid ever had a player that never played for Spain?
Everyone played, mate.
Jonathan Woodgate.
No,
No, for Spain. Every time.
No.
That's the core, isn't it? That's the core where they pick up the players from. Because Barcelona. It's
Barcelona,
different.
yeah, but maybe back in. I'm gonna actually have a look.
Maybe Barcelona missed, but I don't think Real Madrid ever missed anyone.
Did because Barcelona had more Dutch players, known for having
Yeah.
Dutch players more than Spanish.
Overseas,
players,
yeah, and all that stuff, yeah. I remember,
That's
yeah, actually, yeah. I remember 94, it was a Euro 96, they had a lot of Barcelona. They had Nadal, they had Sergi, they had a few players from Barcelona.
Hmm.
Yeah. Out of the two, who would miss, I think, is Barcelona. Because they want, in Spain, they want, the Madrid.
I'm thinking the politics behind it.
Yeah.
Be a little
Well, it's like that time when Thingy was still number one goalkeeper for Spain. Everyone said it should have been Reina, but he was because he was playing for Liverpool at the time. He didn't get the job.
Oh, guys.
Mm.
The
Go on.
Blaugrana has always had a representative since Spain first qualified in 1934.
There you go. That's right, man.
Even they were also saying even what did it say?
Even players
Even
that
in years
weren't
where the
Spanish
Spanish
play for Spain.
Yeah, even in years.
Hang on. Who was it? Who was it that played for Hungary and Argentina? There's a
Puskas.
Puskas.
he played for both teams.
Yeah, he
For
played for both.
Argentina.
Yeah, bro. One of them
And
played for
he
both.
played for he played for both.
I'm
'Cause he
telling
was
you.
at
He
Real-
could just play for anyone. That's
Because he was at Real Madrid, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why players like Szoboszlai got Real Madrid in their eyes. 'cause-
Yeah, they were saying even in
Yeah.
years where the Spanish squad was not dominated by the club, there was always at least one player present.
Mm.
Bloody
that's
hell.
crazy, isn't it?
No, my bad. He didn't play for Argentina. He played for Spain and Hungary.
Yeah, Spain and Hungary. That's
Spain
right.
and Hungary.
Because-
that's it,
I think he started playing for Spain when he went to Madrid, wasn't it?
yeah.
Mm.
That's crazy.
He must have had some conversations with the royal family or something like that. You know what I mean?
And he was Hungarian. He was Hungarian. That's why Szoboszlai. That's why everyone talks about Szoboszlai maybe playing for Madrid because he's the biggest Hungarian name out there, and then you've got the Puskas thing, ain't you? So
Mhm.
that's why I think it is important to get Szoboszlai's contract sorted next.
Yeah.
No, fuck McAllister.
He's
Get
the-
Szoboszlai some.
He's
Yeah. Di Stefano is the one I was talking about. He played for Argentina, Colombia, and Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy just
Yeah.
wanted to play for everyone, man. He was
So when did this Serrano start playing for Spain?
1957 to 1961.
What club was he at?
Madrid.
Madrid, I think. Yeah,
Must have
Madrid.
been at Madrid.
Madrid, yeah. 1953 to
So what we're saying-
1964.
What he's saying is there's huge politics behind it. Yeah?
I'm just saying, Jay.
Just saying, Jay. Just saying, bro.
I'm gonna have a quick look at something now.
Do you know how badly do you think that Spain tried to get Messi to play for Spain?
Oh, come on.
Oh, they
They
tried.
took him a younger age, didn't they? About 10 years old, he arrived.
Because
Yeah.
because they took Messi so young, didn't they? From
Yeah.
They
Argentina,
could have.
because he was 10 or 11 years old, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So he actually was more of a Spanish citizen than he was an Argentinian citizen at that time. That's why apparently Argentina, it took a while for Argentinian fans to back Messi, weren't it? Because they saw him as Spanish. But I'm telling, if Messi played for Real Madrid, he would have played for Spain.
I don't know, Jay.
What age of 10? Of course, Ram. Come on, man. They would have persuaded
Yeah.
him.
Nah,
They would
his-
have got the
apparently
politics in.
it's his mum and dad that told him that he's playing for Argentina.
Yeah?
Apparently,
Yeah,
it's his
but
mum and dad.
Yeah, because
but then-
he what is he? He's half Italian and half Spanish, isn't it? They would have done something.
Yeah. Have you ever had a Real Madrid brown paper bag delivered to you?
Unfortunately, I haven't, Jay. I haven't been at that level, you know.
It's all
Real
good.
Madrid-
You can say what you want till that arrives and you get that knock on the
You
door.
know what I mean?
Yeah, Real Madrid.
How many parents have been? How many parents have been bribed down the years, guys? You know what I mean? Come on.
Prime Florentino Perez years as well, man. So anything could happen.
Well, I swear, Jamie, there was something about Gascoigne, wasn't it? He was on the route to Man United until Tottenham offered him the brown paper. Was it paper bag?
Yeah, it was about.
There you go.
Night,
there you go,
wasn't it?
Ram.
No,
He was on the route. Yeah, bro.
that's
He was
not
on
what
the route to Man United.
No, I thought there was on the brown paper. I thought they offered like a tanning bed to his sister or something.
No. It was money. It was money. He said it. There was an actual documentary about it.
I thought it was something crazy like his sister wanted a tanning bed and Tottenham were going to throw
No,
it in
he
there
talked to his
for
dad. His dad told him, mate, they're offering more money at Tottenham, and he said, "Yep, sign up." Left. He didn't sign up with Ferguson. He was signed up with Tottenham.
Still saying like, Rab, where'd you get your pen to paint? Yo, me and Florentino, you know, we have our dinners.
Yeah, Barcelona gave Messi's dad a job properly.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, if you knew how good Messi's going to be, you'd give everyone a job.
Oh yeah, apparently they funded everything for him to move.
Yeah.
There
Right,
you go.
Mum and Dad, what do you want to do? Yeah, you can have anything you want. What do you want?
Yeah, literally, it's man.
What a player, man.
Wow.
And then Messi started playing like shit. I think what?
I'm actually genuinely upset that we're not going to get a single English player there.
Yeah, because usually Curtis makes the England team, don't he? But he hasn't made it.
He hasn't even started for Liverpool, man.
Wow. Well, it
He's
was
too
our
busy.
best. It was our best midfielder to sort of decided that he wasn't.
Yeah.
Um,
Now he's playing with a crisp packet and shit like that, and putting on people's heads.
You can tell Jones has gave up. By the way,
Yeah, he gave up.
because as soon as that
He's got
England
no
team,
respect for Arne Slot anymore. No respect.
as soon as did you notice the way he came on, right? Because the England team was called. He now knows he's not going to the World Cup, right? Because if he was going to the World Cup, he would have been called in that England team, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck it, I don't want to be here anyway. Like, Curtis Jones is thinking about leaving Liverpool.
Oh, 100%. Why would you stay in shit like this?
Like, it's... Do you hear the rumours that we only train 3 times a week as well?
Virgil said it.
Yeah.
It was Virgil that actually came out.
3 times a week. That's not even full time, bro. What we doing?
Apparently, and some people said we only do 20 minutes. Or
Look at
something.
this, guys. I'll show you what I was talking about. Hopefully I could.
This team's not fit. I mean, it's just...
Jay, come on, they're blowing air, mate. You can see it's not like Jurgen.
That's
anymore.
why I'm saying they're not training at all.
Check this out. This is what he was doing before he was coming on. Look at Arne Slot speaking to him, and look what he's doing.
Yeah, he don't care, man. He doesn't care.
Look at him. He's looking at him. He's talking to him.
Don't
He's not
care,
even care.
man. Man don't
Yeah,
care.
Freddie Woodman was just like, Freddie was like, "What the hell are you doing to me, man?" I no lie though. If Curtis did that to me, he's getting slapped. I'm sorry.
There you go.
He's getting slapped. I swear. If someone goes up to me and starts pulling my hair out, someone's getting slapped. I don't care who it is.
I've always said about Curtis. Yeah. I know you guys. I don't know if you guys like him as much. He's been here for how long, and he's still not established player. Like, it's not established. How many years are you guys willing to wait like for this guy to be established? That's two managers now.
Man.
That's 2 managers now,
You-
and they still
you
do
know-
the same thing with him.
Do you know, it's obviously something not quite right for them to keep with him.
Exactly.
I do feel from Curtis though this season, because I do think when he was playing,
Yeah,
I do think he was our best midfielder at times. You know,
Yeah.
And then Slot didn't he play like 9 in a row, and then all of a sudden the Slot just dropped him.
it's like what Ram said in that undefeated run. He was in the team, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Ram, you said.
Say that again.
In that undefeated run, he was in the team continuously, wasn't he? And when we was like drawing games.
Oh yeah. He was.
Yeah, he was playing some nice football, and I'm like,
yeah.
I don't. And then he gets dropped again with Curtis. I just think Curtis. I think Curtis has outperformed McAllister this season on the pitch, but he hasn't got the same name value as Alexis McAllister, if that makes sense. So he's not getting the same sympathy. But
I don't. You know what, Jay? I don't think this season any player can come out with flying. Apart from you could say Soboslai, but
apart from
what other
Szoboszlai,
players
maybe,
have
but-
done? What the other? To me, like when I
maybe
look at
Virgil.
Soboslai, guys, there's no difference from what I've seen of him last season or the season before.
I liked
He's
him last season,
He's still
He's
an
just playing as an
athlete.
8.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
an
he's great.
athlete. He's still running up and down what he normally does. The only thing that's come up in his game is the free kicks. If you know what I mean,
Ozzy, I'll still say he's become a little bit more instinctive in his football. Still needs to be there.
Because the players, one stage, the players were there above him. All the other players were there above him. People were complaining about Szoboszlai. Now everybody's dropped. He's still in the same position, in my opinion. It's just free kicks and everything else has come together.
Do you know what? Even last season, I must have been one of the only ones. I was highly rating him last season.
I've always rated, Jamie, you know me, Jay. I've always rated him.
I think that's very well because we could see what he was actually doing for the team. Like if you look at last season, he was doing something that didn't benefit him as much as it is this season, getting goals and assists and all that, because he was doing the work for Mo to do all that.
Yeah.
So he's losing a bit of his game.
But then again, if you look at last season, you look at the big games, he did do something. You look at Man City away, you look at Tottenham away. What was it? The other games that Chelsea, I think, as well. There's so many games.
I've said it this season. I actually think he's the best midfielder in the league this season. But he's not going to get them flowers because Liverpool is shit. But if you look at someone like Declan Rice, what has Declan Rice done that's completely different?
Are we harsh on Declan Rice, guys? Because
I think Declan Rice is a good player, yeah. I just don't think he's world class. People were saying he's the best midfielder in the world. Then people have never watched Pedro and Vitinha in their life. Right? But I think he's a really good player, yeah. But what I keep saying is, what is Szoboszlai doing that's not as good as Declan Rice this year?
I think if you look at the eye test, Szoboszlai looks much better all round.
And Szoboszlai plays right back, 6, the 8, and the
he's
10.
better. I say Declan Rice is more defensive. I think in his
but switch them, Ram. Switch them over. Let Szoboszlai go there, and Declan Rice comes to Liverpool. Would Declan Rice be as impactful as Szoboszlai?
No.
There you go.
But that's the thing is because Szoboszlai.
And where was he in that final, by the way?
Oh, he was nowhere to be seen.
Guys, that was terrible, man. 20 minutes, only 20 minutes, and you're about to be the league champions. You only perform for 20 minutes.
Yeah. So they performed all season, to be fair.
But the more we talk about
Arsenal, I'm not lying.
The more we talk about Arsenal, the more angry I'm going to get because just talking about them just gives me a migraine.
Guys, 40% Liverpool. Oh. Go, Ram. Sorry, bro.
Do you have anything coming up on your channel?
Listen, I'm on every day, man. Just you might see me later
on the train, man. He's on the train.
I'm doing a Jamie now, so I'm jumping on the track. Yeah.
Fair play, man. Fair play. But I appreciate everyone still being here. It's been 2 hours. Big up everyone. There's still around about 94 people in the chat. How many likes have we on? We're on 61 likes, people. Let's get it up to at least 70 likes, people. Appreciate everyone that is here. We'll give a round of applause. Round of applause for the people. And yeah, we will be back. We will be back at some point this week with a ranking show. I don't know when, but it will happen.
So what ranking? What is it about? What is it about?
That's a ranking show, guys. He hasn't got Tom on.
Yeah.
Ranking what exactly? What are you ranking?
So originally, I was thinking about doing players of yesteryear, but now because I've had a conversation with.
You need old boys on, don't you?
You need the old boys for that one.
Literally, I had Judge Mo. I have Judge Mo that is available.
Yeah.
I've also called Flawless as well.
Yeah.
I'm just still waiting on a couple more people as well.
Hey, if you want me, I'm a bad man.
100%, man, 100%. But now, seeing as though I had a conversation with Terry about managers, and really starting to contemplate whether to change it to managers, and next we would do the player ranking show. So maybe it's that, but we'll wait and see. I'll give everyone the itinerary tomorrow anyway. So yeah, man. Ram, do you think we will be still having McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch midfield next season? Nope.
No, McAllister.
Nope.
McAllister.
Yeah, someone's definitely leaving.
And I've said this about McAllister time and time again. It's nothing about his footballing ability. It's about his mobility.
He ain't got no legs.
That's what it's about.
He would have been all right in the Jurgen, but other managers, nah.
His footballing ability is obviously good, but his mobility is the issue. And in the Premier League, let's face it, you need mobility in that midfield, don't you? So
now you do, unfortunately. You could probably get away with it last 4 or 5 seasons, but now
I do think that I do have a feeling Liverpool will go by Adam Wharton. I don't think that happens.
Well, there goes my Richard Rios dream.
Onana is gone, mate.
I think I think they go and get Adam Wharton.
Would you want him, Jay?
Anana? No, I think Gravenberch is better than Anana.
No, I'm talking about
Wharton.
Is he
No,
suited
my
to
choice.
Liverpool?
My choice is Anderson because I like Anderson. Anderson is so underrated. Right?
He
because
is.
when I watch him play, he's physical as well, right? But what he does, he keeps the ball ticking over constantly.
If
So
he was
always
Argentinian or
ball.
Brazilian, Jay, would people brag
He'll
about
be
him?
screaming about it.
That's why I say Richard Rios, because I say the same thing about Richard Rios.
He moves the ball constantly. When I watch Forest quite a bit at the moment, and when I'm watching Anderson play, when he's on the ball, he's constantly moving it. It doesn't matter if it's a 5-yard pass, a 10-yard pass, a 2-yard pass, because he's constantly knocking the ball about the pitch constantly. Keeps the midfield on their toes. Our midfield, I like our midfield players. Yeah, I just think they've been used incorrectly.
Oh, 100%.
But we stop the ball all the time. Like, our midfielders get the ball and they stop the ball.
Yeah,
I want a midfielder that keeps moving the ball.
Yeah,
and he's physical as well. And I think he's a little bit more mobile than Wharton. That's my only worry about Wharton is his mobility. His passing's off the chain.
Is he aggressive? You said he's aggressive, right? He's physically.
Yeah.
Does he get stuck in that stuff?
He gets stuck in, man.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
That's why I think I kind of preferred Richard Rios, because I think Rios is like Anderson. I think he's a bit more skillful on the ball. Like he can get himself out of difficult situations, but he's a dog. He's a dog on the pitch. He will not let anyone rest, and he will go in fighting on every single challenge. He'll probably start fights himself. And I think we need that. We need that in our.
Are you talking about the Benfica player, right?
The Colombian guy, Richard Rios. Yeah, very good player.
Sonny says, "Don't we need a proper 6?" Who's actually got a proper 6?
You can get away with Gravenberch in the 6, but you have to use him very specifically. That's not a typical 6.
If you put Anderson and Gravenberch together, it'll be absolutely fine.
So Alonso was a 6, but wasn't a typical 6.
No, Mascherano.
Possessions.
Like he was a deep line. He was a deep line playmaker.
He's like a Zubamendi kind of thing, like that.
So he was a deep line playmaker. Mascherano was your aggressive footballer, and
Haman before that.
And Gerrard was your box-to-box midfielder. Yeah. I do believe Gravenberch works better in that 6-8 hybrid, right?
I agree with you, Jay.
I don't think he works better higher up the pitch. I do prefer him deeper. But you need to put someone next to him who's got also.
You know what's sad about Gravenberch? People get lost in his passing ability and all that stuff. But look at what he does. He's overworked. He's overworked in that midfield, guys. That's the problem with Gravenberch.
I say it's all the time.
I still think.
Yeah, apart from people getting credit for as well.
You don't need to ask him to do the line breaking or the 6 or the 30-yard pass, or just let him give the ball to the passers like Szoboszlai,
bro.
Or give it to the ball carriers. Give it to the ball carriers.
That's his job. Like, everyone keeps thinking like Gravenberch can't pass. I asked this on my channel yesterday. Everyone keeps talking about Gravenberch can't pass. I went, who can you now team in? Because that's an honest question. So what are you looking for passing? What sort of passing that Grav do? If you're looking to do them break the line passes, that's not his game.
It's not his game. You've got McAllister for that.
That's what
and
McAllister barely does it now because of his mobility. That's what we bought Verts for. What I want Grav to do, Grav is sort of midfielder that you need to get who gets the ball off the defence and then gives it to Verts.
Yeah.
That's what he should be, and he's a ball carrier. He's good at carrying the ball. That's his role in our team, and he's a good interceptor. If you look at him in our midfield, he's got the highest interception rate of all.
If you want to, do you guys agree? If you want to compare, not they look the same players. He's a bit of a Kante kind of player. Carries the ball, runs with it, turns and carries the ball going forward and passing it to the players that could do that. Kante, from Leicester, Chelsea, that's what he used to do. He used to just turn around and just run at people and pass the ball off to the talented players. That's how I see Gravenberch. I don't see him doing like a through ball, like a Baggio kind of pass or Totti. He's not going to be that type of player because he's never been raised like that. So
Gregory as well. Do you know why Gravenberch has to twist and turn all the time? Because he's never got a ball on.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the setup of the team. He's never got a pass on.
He's very similar to Frankie, but Frankie's got obviously got a better long
technically better.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Technically, that's why he's at Barcelona. But Gravenberch is the same profile as Frankie. It's the same exact.
Gravenberch should be fine. It's more up. Look, I've said it as well. I keep saying it. McAllister's a wonderful footballer, but he's just not got no mobility. But right now,
The system doesn't
Liverpool,
suit him, Jay. That's
No.
that's a problem.
and right now for Liverpool, there's more upside in Gravenberch than there is McAllister, and that's why Gravenberch got the contract.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why. So, you know, I think everyone forgets as well. Gravenberch was a boy wonder as well.
No, yeah.
A lot
Everyone
of those
keeps
players
thinking
at
that.
Liverpool, Soboslai, I think
when
even,
Grav was at
even
Ajax,
Gakpo, all these
I
guys.
remember. Do you remember when we played Ajax in the Champions League and Gravenberch balled out?
Is it when was wearing that
right.
green shirts?
Yeah.
Is it that time?
Gravenberch,
Oh.
Gravenberch balled out, man.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Yeah, but who
That's-
did he have next to him, Jay? He had Alvarez next to him, the West Ham one. That's
And
why.
do you know who I like as well at West Ham? I like Fernandez.
I said that as well, Jay. I said that. It's very
Okay.
aggressive. Very
You know what?
aggressive.
If West Ham get relegated, he's got
Get him.
27
Get
million
him.
pound release clause.
Get him.
I think
He's a
I'd
diamond.
rather go out and get Ellie Anderson.
I'll get both.
Oh, get both, bro.
I'll get
You
both.
still need,
But
you need someone on the
Right.
bench, you know what
I
I mean?
want Richard
Rotation,
Rios,
squad
though. I
rotation.
want Richard Rios, though, guys.
Here's my honest opinion. I think Endo, Curtis Jones, and McAllister leave this summer. Right? I think them three leave.
Upgrade.
If I'm Liverpool, I'll get Fernandez from West Ham, and I get either a Walton or an Anderson. I'm shopping only in the Premier League this year. This might sound mad and go, and like people say why? Because the way we're going to turn over this summer, when maybe a new sporting director and a new manager, I think we need to buy players who will know what to do straight away, right, and just settle down. And then if you want to buy other exports, do it the season after.
Yeah.
I'm going for Fernandez. I'm going for either Anderson or Walton, and then I'm keeping them with my Szoboszlais, my Wirtzes, and my Gravenberches, and I'm also promoting Trainioli and giving him more time.
Yeah.
And that's my midfield.
I think that's why we signed Gravenberch up to a long-term contract.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think I had a feeling that Barcelona is sniffing around for Gravenberch, and obviously with Frankie looking like he's no longer the same player as he used to be, who would be better than to get the original replacement for him at Ajax, which was Gravenberch. So just one of those things, man. One of those things. But people, I appreciate everyone still being here. Appreciate both Jamie and Fozzie for being here.
Big up, mate.
I'll be back at some point this week for the ranking show of managers, players. We'll sort it out. But in the meantime, Mo Salah is unfortunately going to be leaving Liverpool this season.
Shame.
But he will be
Enjoy
leaving. He will be leaving as a legend. There's no doubt about it.
100%, bro.
Appreciate it, man. But I appreciate everyone being here. Still around about 87 likes. If you're watching on the replay, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Big up, everyone. Big up.